story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers. In this football season, when the fourth quarter ends, join me and the Pirate Radio team on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show.
How'd you think the Pirates looked? What positives did you take away? What negatives? We'll talk about it all. 317-1250 is the number.
I'm excited about taking your calls and breaking down ECU football games all season long.
There's local politics, bud.
Game days will never be the same, so join us here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Play-by-play voice of the North Texas Mean Green, he is Dave Barnett. What's the QB situation for North Texas heading into the fall camp?
Well, none of the quarterbacks on this roster now were on the roster December 1st. So it is a completely new cast in the quarterback room. Last year's quarterback, Chandler Rogers, did so well. He got a big NIL deal from Cal. So the transfer portal turned North Texas' way with Chandler Morris, who has been at Oklahoma and more recently at TCU.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime.
Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts. I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like cocky Clip.
Where is Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a cloudy Wednesday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250, we're on 930, we're online, pr927fm.com. And, of course, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're following Pirate Radio on Facebook so you can get the latest on all the news and notes going on when it involves East Carolina, including our fall camp reports, which we won't be able to talk to Mike Houston again until Friday, I believe. And also a scrimmage coming up. So we've got a couple of opportunities this weekend. We'll have a lot of coverage for you. So make sure you are locked in to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube as well, where we are streaming live right now on Pirate Radio TV. Give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell, because we got a lot of good stuff coming up, including another edition of the Holton Ahlers Show on Thursday. And the Brian Bailey Show back for the fall and on into 2025. That show coming back on Monday at noon. So you can watch it live on Pirate Radio TV, just like you're watching us right now. Coming up on today's show, the aforementioned Holton Ahlers will join us. We'll talk East Carolina fall camp. We'll let you know what's coming up Thursday on the Holton Ahlers Show. Got that coming your way later on the program. Also, Antwan Staley going to join us. We talk a lot of football with Antwan throughout the year. We got another reason to chat with him. He covers the Jets, and Isaiah Winstead is up at Jets camp. And Antwan, as I was setting up the interview, said he expects Isaiah to get quite a bit of time on the field this Saturday when the Jets take on the Commanders in preseason action. So we'll get an Isaiah Winstead update, an Aaron Rodgers update, and talk some football with Antwan coming up later on in our show. And we've got our Wednesday regulars. Ken Watlington will join us in about 20 minutes or so. And Patrick Mason celebrating a White Sox win, just like intern Jared is. The White Sox snap their 21-game losing streak. So we'll have a celebratory chat with P. Mace, get his thoughts on what's going on with ECU fall camp so far, and maybe a Hard Knocks recap as well, as the Bears Hard Knocks debuted on Tuesday night. Got all that and more. And you, what do you want to talk about today? Coming up on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here, video production. Jarrett back in the house on the audio side. And man, Cole had so much fun yesterday. He's back again today. Not only did we not run him off, we got him 2 days in a row. So welcome back, young Cole. Good to see you, buddy. And great to see this guy to my left. He played 2 years of JV football. He is a former long snapper. He was in Beta Club. He had to leave WZMB because they would not let him intern at Pirate Radio and work at ZMB, which Jared had to make that tough decision as well. He is on my left side.
Strong side. I never left WZMB because I never got there. I interviewed and they told me, like, you got to choose. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, well, who do you think I'm going to choose? And I said, not y'all.
Well, look, we can make a pros and cons list, which at that time we had a different bully at Pirate Radio. Now I'm your bully.
Yeah.
You could have kind of done your own thing there, not had to worry about the bullying. But you chose to come here.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did.
And be a part of the machine.
Yes. I think I made the right decision.
And Jarrett recently had to make that call, right? So you were at WZMB. And then how'd the conversation go? You're like, I'm going to go intern at Pirate Radio?
Yeah, I told them. They were very excited. And then they were like, oh, by the way, can't work here if you go there. I'm like, oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, deuces.
Today, I do not apologize.
Well, I'm glad y'all made that decision. Great to have both of you here with us today. All right.
There was a couple things you missed on my accolades.
Accolades?
Senior class president.
Whoa! I don't know if I ever knew that. So you ran for office and got voted in?
Yes.
What was your platform?
I really didn't have one. Just did a lot of fundraising. And I started I also started the student section. We never had a student section, so I started one. And got cool T-shirts and made different theme nights.
Okay.
So,
Mr. President.
Yeah.
President Honeycutt.
Mr. President.
I never knew that.
Senior class president, prom king.
So did you start the trend of all these awful presidential candidates we've had?
No, that was way before their time.
Mr. President, I never knew that, man. You're such a humble and, dare I say, like Tim McGraw said, kind guy. I'm going to use that every day this week on Pirate Radio. That you've never mentioned that. Is that
He's
on
a
your...
cool cat, man.
You are a cool cat. Is that on your resume?
I think I used it on my resume.
Yeah, it should be. Legitimately.
Yeah.
That's good.
I haven't had to use my resume in a long time.
Well, you never know when you'll need it.
That's true. But it is on my resume.
I'm just saying, you never know when you might want to have that thing updated and ready, Chandler. Just saying.
Okay.
All right. Because, I mean, you're in a pretty comfortable spot here, but you never know.
You never know.
When today could be your last day here.
And that would be sad.
It would.
But you are correct. You're not wrong.
It also could be exciting, though. A new opportunity for you might be good. So if you were to leave Pirate Radio, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just remember that, if that were to happen.
I don't know. It probably would be the worst thing in the world.
All right, I've got some news and notes.
By the way, also, we will not talk to Mike Houston until Saturday after the scrimmage.
Okay.
We will have some video that we will post on our Pirate Radio social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That will be available on Friday.
That's what I saw.
But Saturday, after the scrimmage, weather permitting, we will talk to Mike Houston. So, and we'll have those comments for you on our social media platforms.
We'll check in with the chat gang real quick before we get going. Jerry says, I'm first today. Hello, Jerry. Jamie says, hey now, P. Mace is going to be happy. His Sox finally won a game. You got to start somewhere. Newton says, sup, yo. Sup, Newton. Jamie asked, do you have to be a communications major to intern on the show while at ECU?
I think we've had interns here that weren't communications majors.
Certainly like marketing folks are welcome here. Maybe graphic design?
Graphic design.
I mean, if we got like an engineer or a pre-med student that wants to intern at Pirate Radio, we'd probably take them if they're...
I can't remember who it was. Somebody was a sports management major. And I can't remember. Maybe it was Atticus. I can't remember. But it doesn't have anything to do with broadcasting, I don't think.
Jerry says maybe Ken can break the news of Chan running for president. Chan, I don't know how you do as a president, but I would vote for you because you are a normal...
I would hope so. You know why?
Why?
Because you're going to be my running mate.
Whoa! Honeycutt Brock. At least we're like normal, decent people, you know? Like we don't have policies. I don't know anything about world trade, about, peace in the Middle East. None of that stuff. But we're like,
we'll figure it out.
We're just decent people, you know?
When I took the oath of office when I was senior class president, that's exactly what I said. We'll figure it out, and that's exactly what I'm going to say when we win the presidency.
Honeycutt, what year did you graduate?
2016.
Honeycutt, 16. We'll figure it out. That's a good, because it's kind of like, hey, America, we're going to figure this out together as one.
We're not, and I'm not saying we might figure it out, or we possibly could figure it out. I'm saying we're going to figure it out. I'm being confident when I say we're going to figure it out.
Can you run in office like with a like Republican president and Democrat vice president, or vice versa? Has anybody tried that?
I don't think so. I don't think that's ever been a thing.
I don't know if it's possible, but like that would be kind of a radical idea to try to bring people together. Or we could just all hate each other like we do now and post things on Facebook. You know what? Let's go with that. That's way more fun. Let's all hate each other. All right, moving on. Kenny says, wonder if Chandler was president of the Wolfpack Club, fan club in high school.
No.
Okay.
I was the president of the Leopard fan club.
Okay. Newton says it's good to have no agenda. Exactly, Newton. You know why? Because we're not offending anybody. We're not pissing off anybody. What do I think about that topic you just brought up? I don't know. You tell me what you think about it. Honeycutt Brock platform would be number 1. Get rid of realignment. Make it illegal.
What if everything on our agenda was sports related?
That's all I know. So I would take the conferences back to where they were when I was 12 years old.
Don't give the defense the ball when the ball goes out of the back of the end zone on a fumble.
We're changing rules.
Crowd goes wild.
We're changing the touchback rule.
We say that, and the crowd behind us has Honeycutt Brock 2028 on it.
We're going to have paid actors behind us, just like the other candidates always do. We will keep our NFL games in America. Yeah. It's the National Football League.
No more Germany.
It's not the German Football League. It's not the British Football League. Games in the National Football League will be played in our nation. Yeah. Pause for applause.
And instead of like "God bless the USA" when we walk out, it's like one of the NFL things. It's Hard Knocks.
Platform number 2: getting a nickname for the Washington football team. I have met with Native American leaders.
And East Carolina will have an indoor facility.
Jerry says number 3: getting people to take basketball seriously. If you root for North Carolina, Duke, or NC State during the basketball season, you are not a true Pirate. You are not a true American. You will root for your school and your school only. Jamie says, if you lose to football in Japan, you're out of here. The members of that USA team that lost to Japan have been deported.
We're actually going to scratch that from the record. That's the first thing we'll do in office. Scratch that from the record.
We're going to tear down that wall, send those guys that lost out of the country, and rebuild the wall.
And if you ever mention that 41-20 loss that the United States had to Japan, you will be put in prison for at least a weekend.
Weekend jail is back. All right, so there's that. If you have any other ideas for us.
So in the past week and a half, we've gone through having our own restaurant and building a menu to being president and vice president of the United States and building our agenda off of sports issues.
All right.
And I think that's awesome.
Serious question. Should there be a sports president? And every 4 years, somebody takes over office and just kind of looks at the landscape of professional college athletics and fixes the issues that need to be fixed. I think we might be onto something there.
So you bring college and professionals all together.
Yeah, look, this is...
take out the commissioner for football?
Well, this idea can be fine-tuned. You still have commissioners, but you have a sports president. And you have a cabinet to make rulings on things that need to be changed.
Like the commissioners can play as the governor of that sport.
Sure. Yeah.
And then have a overall president for the country of sports.
Yes. Josh says, will you ban the Blue Jays? That's a good question, Sean. What are you going to do with the Blue Jays?
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. So for Trey Savage, and what about the?
We'll reassign him.
Yeah, I'm going to say, do they just kind of go into they become free agents? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You assign them to American teams.
Toronto Raptors. Sorry.
Jamie says everyone must scan their MVP card. Kenny said, well, Trump did own a pro football league. And, boy, that turned out great, didn't it?
Herschel Walker, USFL.
Oh, Herschel Walker, another great politician.
In fact, he's going to be a part of our cabinet.
Oh my God. I don't know if I'd let
Tommy Tuberville is going to be a part of our cabinet. Tommy Tuberville. Get a job. That was actually played at a rally that we just had not too long ago. There was a protester, and he said that to him. Tommy, what did you say? You told that protester? Go to hell. Get a job. Tommy Tuberville, another politician.
Herschel Walker is in our cabinet, but his job is just to keep our cabinet stocked.
Hi.
Hi.
Ty?
Hi. I've got news. Can I get to the news?
Sure.
Are we just going to play Fantasyland all day?
I know. Let's get to the real news.
I love playing Fantasyland, but Jonathan probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I could do this for 3 hours.
Same.
I could screw around. I could screw around with the best of them. But Ken Watlington's here. I got to shape up. I got to be a real newsman. East Carolina. University athletics officials have announced that the 1999 Pirate football team will be recognized at the UTSA game on Saturday, September 28th, inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Who are you excited to see not named Steve Logan or David Garrard from that 1999 team?
Keith Stokes.
Keith Stokes is exactly who I thought you would say. That's a good answer.
D.H. Conley Viking, Jamie Wilson. And really, all of them. That team is, of course, remembered for several things, but namely the win over Miami at Carter Finley Stadium, which I still think is maybe one of the best live sporting events I ever attended.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it's
the circumstances are surrounding it.
Yeah,
not even being in Greenville because Greenville was underwater thanks to Hurricane Floyd, knocking off a powerhouse in Miami with a lot of future talent,
a lot of future Redskins. Clinton Portis, Santana Moss,
future Panther Dan Morgan,
current Panther GM Dan Morgan. That team went 9-3. Played in the Mobile, Alabama Bowl against LaDainian Tomlinson
and TCU
and the TCU Horned Frogs, and were winners of the 1999 Disney's Wide World of Sports Spirit Award. Because we got spirit, yes, we do. We got spirit.
How about you?
How about you? The answer was no, you don't, because we had all the spirit that year.
25 years. Can you believe it? 25 years since that season.
I can, just because I get signs every day that I'm old. I was listening to a show today, Pick Central, and the people up there are younger than I am, and they're like, they said Jeremy Lamb retires from the NBA.
Former Hornet, great. Jeremy Lamb.
But he said, dude said, God, Kemba Walker and Jeremy Lamb have retired. I feel really old. But like that started happening to me long before, those guys. When was the first like player retirement where you said, man, I'm getting old? Has it happened to you?
Clip Brock, I swear I was about to ask you the same exact question.
Wow. It's almost like it was the obvious question.
True. And it's also as if we finish each other's
sandwiches. Do you have an answer?
I would probably.
Because I don't know if I do.
I don't know because he graduated. He retired when I was in school. I was going to say Julius Peppers.
Who's the guy?
Who's
the first guy you watched? Like Cam Newton would be an example.
True.
Like a guy you followed.
But he's not retired.
He's retired. Unofficially.
Unofficially, yes.
Somebody you watched in college, saw their entire career, saw their great NFL, NBA career. Because for me, I don't know, like Ricky Williams would be maybe good. But even before that, like Vince Carter would have been good, but he played for freaking ever. So it would have been somebody before then.
Adrian Peterson.
Okay, that's a good one.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Because I did watch the tail end of his college career and then watched all of his NFL career.
Jamie's got a good one. Peyton Manning. Yep. Because watched him at Tennessee. And
I just remember him from like his late Colts years.
Mark says Brett Favre the first time. He did have multiple retirements, didn't he? I'm
going to say I'm old when LeBron retires.
One of my darkest days was, and they all came kind of back to back, but Tom Brady, but even more so, Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem was older than me, playing in the NBA forever. Not playing, but sitting on the Miami bench forever. And when he hung it up, that's it. I think I'm older than every pro athlete now.
And you know what's really makes me feel old? And I'm not old, but what it makes me feel old is Bronny being selected by the Lakers. If I was to see Bronny, I would be like, I remember your dad playing for Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2000, whenever that was.
You start seeing all these juniors and all these players.
And we're seeing that a lot in sports.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr., you got a guy on the Steelers where his dad played for the Steelers. I can't remember his name.
It's Antwan Winfield Jr. I remember his dad playing in college.
Porter.
Joey Porter was a great linebacker, and now his youngin's there. Basically, Cole, what we're saying is enjoy your youth while you have it. I'm throwing Jared in now with us old guys. There's a younger guy here, Jared, so now you're the old guy. It happens like that, man. You're a savvy veteran at this point.
I told Cole, I said, hey, just watch what Jarrett does. You watch me yesterday, watch Jarrett, you'll be just fine.
You also said your favorite NFL analyst is Howie Long, and you really enjoy Fox NFL Kickoff or whatever. So you are 73 years old, conservatively.
I feel like it.
Yeah. Let's take a break because Ken Watlington is dying to get in here. Actually, he looks super comfortable on the couch. He could probably just sit there the rest of the hour, take a little break from NCT, and would rather do that than talk to us. But we're going to force him in here.
We'll take a mic to you if that works.
God, he looks so comfy. Actually, we'll put Ken outside. We'll strap a mic on him, and we'll get a live outside Hurricane Debbie report. Because Debbie, what is Debbie doing? Where is Debbie? Is it all just scattered? Is that Debbie we're looking at right now? All right, so that'll be Thursday.
Giving us the weather, is that Debbie?
And we're going to get bands. Like, think about we're Lollapalooza. We're going to get some bands here. But
what bands would you want in this storm?
Definitely Foo Fighters. Definitely.
Ken agree with that.
You know what? I know a lot of people, you could give or take this, but like Radiohead live would be cool. I know it's a little depressing, but they got some songs that I'd like to see them. Maybe Steven Tyler's big fat lips can sing me some more tunes. He's still going. Hell, Mick Jagger. It's amazing these guys are still going.
No, hey, Steven Tyler actually retired.
Did he?
Yeah, Aerosmith stated that they would no longer be touring because his damage to his vocal cords are...
Well, no crap. He's been for 60 years.
Yeah, well, apparently he injured them, and they were hoping just with some rest and some medical attention that it would heal itself, and it wasn't, so they made the decision that they will no longer tour.
No shame, man. You have made the weirdest noises for half a century, so enjoy your retirement. What I was trying to say is it looks like the thing's trending west, I guess, but what do I know? Ken Watlington will have all the answers when we return after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Cliff Godwin. There's still guys that believe in East Carolina, and the guy sitting here believes in East Carolina.
Heck yeah.
Because a few weeks ago I could be coaching somewhere else, and I'm here because I want to be here. Nobody offered me $1 million to stay here. I'm here because I want to here. Our staff's here because we want to be here, and we're here because we know we can compete for a national championship.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork, in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street, and their new location on Greenville Boulevard. And your bumper music brought to you by Weldon Mills Theater. It's Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, conveniently located just off of I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. They offer a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. Coming up on September 14th, country music star Sarah Evans will be performing at Weldon Mills Theater. To get tickets, go to weldonmillstheater.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Brad had a good answer for athlete you saw their entire career and they hung it up and made you feel old. Larry Wayne Jones. Yeah, both him and Andrew. Remember them as young prospects and going through the Braves system. Ken Watlington is a Braves fan. And boy, they have really spoiled a chance to make a run here in the NL East because the Phillies have been struggling, but the Braves haven't done much about it. Losing a series to the lowly Marlins.
Yeah, they're done.
And shut out last night.
Remember a week ago, I was so optimistic. I'm like, I think it's going to work out. No, they're done. They're done.
They're not. What do you mean done?
It's over.
What's over?
It's over. The whole thing. It's done.
The whole franchise?
Yeah, blow it up.
Send them back to Boston or Milwaukee.
Exactly.
You know what? Leave them in Milwaukee. That's what I say.
Move them further up, I-75
Are we at
out
home?
of the city.
We're actually playing that. Yeah, we're getting shut out at home by Milwaukee.
And they haven't scored in like 6 weeks.
That is a fact. Don't look it up.
Yeah, don't look it up. Just believe us.
Ken, as a newsman, Chandler is running for president. He has made me his running mate.
What year are you running for?
Well, wait, we'll go ahead and start our campaign for 2028.
All right.
Well, I hate to spoil it for you. You got to be 35.
How old does the vice have to be?
I think the same.
Well, you know what? My first thing I'm going to do as an office is tear up that rule and invite Chandler, and then he
there you go.
can take over. I got this all figured out.
All right. Who needs a constitutional amendment?
In 2028, we're not even going to have elections anymore, right? I think that's what I heard. All right, so
you're trying to set me up over here.
As a newsman, could you ask us a few sample questions we might be getting? Because have you interviewed political candidates?
I have, actually.
There we go. This will be good, Sean.
This is not going to be good.
Actually, I want to start with you, Mr. Brock. I was listening on the way in, and you said you've never offended anyone. So let me ask you this. When are you calling your next ECU basketball game?
I believe the line you are referring to was me being somewhat hypothetical, saying we don't take a stand on anything, therefore we're not offending anyone. I did not say I've personally never offended anyone. Now, you know what? You didn't even ask. You asked a very sarcastic question right there. I think it's selfish of you to ask me that, to be honest with you.
Well, what do you think? He's fake news?
That's very presidential. Nice job.
It's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
You are fake news.
You're fake news.
You're not even a real person.
Nope. I'm a hologram.
That MF right there is not real.
It's not real. It's not real.
All right, Ken, how we do? Do you think we'll get some
that checks out. Yeah, you probably would, honestly.
Oh, man. Dude, this is going to be tougher than I thought. I really folded under that line of questioning.
I'm backing down.
We have suspended
the decision.
We suspended the campaign. Ken, let's stick with the news. Debbie, so this is an interesting one. I texted you yesterday, or called you yesterday, and asked, because you have been sent out to the field, right?
Yeah.
For hurricanes and storms.
Normally I'm confined to the studio in these situations, and Debbie has been such a weird storm because it formed pretty late in the process of what we normally see. Usually you see these things 10, 12 days away. This one kind of just popped up over Cuba, roundabout at Florida, now is back in the Atlantic and is kind of sideswiping us, but it's not your typical storm we would normally be used to, maybe in 2018 or 2016 with Matthew and Florence. So still a chance for some severe weather. We've had a couple tornado warnings already today down south in Onslow and Duplin County. So don't let your guard down.
No.
But also don't completely shut out your life.
All right.
Don't
Good
pack
advice.
everything up and move. But, keep your phone nearby. I hope you got one of the weather apps. Hopefully you watch the news on WNCT and just be aware that things could change in an instant. But it's not going to be 7 straight days of nonstop rain and 100-mile-an-hour winds.
And those little whipping bands are something else, because you'll have clear weather, and then they'll come in with some very severe, some tornadoes, things like that. So
that's just what we'll probably have to be dealing with the next about day and a half or so.
Yeah. Ken Watlington joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Jamie says, Clip, what do you say to the Dallas voters? Look, if you want glory hole, vote for me. America will be one big glory hole when I take over office. How about that?
There it was, right there in the middle of it.
That's what I got to say.
En el centro. Hoyo de Gloria.
And for my Spanish Espanol speaking friends, I will bring in young Joey. As
Ahí
our,
estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de Gloria.
I want me some glory hole.
What did Najee Davenport do, Joey, in the closet? Do you have that? All right.
Hizo una caca en el closet de su novia.
Thank you, Joey. So look, we've got it. We got our Spanish friends covered. I think we're on to something here.
So are we back in the race?
We're back in.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Pot until Ken asks us another pointed question, another targeted question like he did.
So nasty.
Nasty. He's a nasty man.
I've been called
So
worse.
nasty.
He's the Janet Jackson of news media. Pike liked the stream. He's staying in Siler City until the storm passes.
Siler City, that's Chatham County?
I love your confidence.
Chatham County?
That's one. It's in between like Pittsburgh and Greensboro or something, right?
It is in Chatham County. All right. That's good, Ken.
My UNCW geography minor coming in handy.
I kind of want to name North Carolina towns and see if you can name the county now.
Bring it.
John, well, I was going to say take over, but...
Take over.
Jarrett, take over for a second.
Wow. No pressure.
Any questions for Ken?
I actually do have a question for Ken.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm trying to watch The Price is Right this morning, and there's a news
He
cut in.
is 75 years old.
Are you sick as well?
No, but
because that's the only time I watched Price is Right when I was sick.
There's a news cut in. I wanted to know like how y'all figure that out, like when to cut in.
Yeah, in this particular storm, starting this morning after our morning show was wrapped up, we decided to do like a minute and a half at the top of every hour.
Okay.
Until our next newscast. So about every 60 minutes or so, you'll get a little update.
Very good question. Ken, what county is Waxhaw in?
Waxhaw. Oh, boy. I don't know.
I don't even know where that is. Waxhaw. Where are we here? Okay, we're at the... North Carolina's kind of like a gun. This would literally be like right on the trigger. Like the south before it kind of juts out to the Charlottes and the mountains.
I've never thought about North Carolina being like a gun.
Really? This is right on the trigger.
I see it.
It is in Union County.
Okay. I never would have got that. So I'm 0 for 1.
All right.
I guess one for 2.
Clayton.
Clayton is in Johnston County.
Johnston and Wake, according to this, but Johnston is correct. Let's tell you one more here. What county is Mooresville in?
Mooresville.
Yes.
As in
Mooresville is
near Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
As either in Mecklenburg or Cabarrus.
Do you have a third option?
Oh, God.
Iredell?
Iredell County.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Iredell?
Yeah,
What county is Wilson in?
Wilson County. However, Washington is not in Washington County.
We've got a question from Jamie. Ken, what county is Marshville in?
Marshville. That's where Randy Travis is from. I used to drive through it when I went from Wilmington to Charlotte. Oh, boy.
Are there 3 wooden crosses on the side of the road? I've never heard of Marshville. Marshville. Oh, we've already said this county.
That's Union County.
Ken is not a Union County guy, okay? He's non-union. Union County. I never knew there was a Union County before. That's not true. In North Carolina geography at ECU, because I took all the hard classes at ECU.
Yeah.
At one point, I knew all 100 counties and where they were.
I took coaching basketball at UNCW. you know who my professor was?
Kevin Keith.
Bob Knight.
Brad Brownell.
Man, I was
Clemson
close.
head coach.
Yeah.
Oh.
That class was hard.
Did he get on y'all like he did the players, like scream at y'all if y'all got
What are you
it wrong?
doing? I don't know, man. You told me to make a practice plan. I just want to shoot.
So literally, it was on campus, in a classroom, and Brad Brownell stood at the front of the class and taught you.
Was that Trask?
It was at Trask. Yep.
That's weird to me, but pretty cool.
I mean, I thought it was going to be easy. Like, I'm in there with a couple other basketball players. Billy Donlin, who's been a head coach at the Division I level, is in that class. I'm like, this is going to be easy.
Yeah,
it was not easy.
So what'd you do? Go over sets?
Yeah, like you had to watch film and like make up a practice plan and a scouting report, and I'm just I thought I knew about basketball.
Oh,
Boy,
Ken.
I didn't know nothing.
Laughing with his buddies like, yeah, I got this cake course here. This is going to be awesome. And they're like, hey, you want to go out tonight? No. I gotta
scout Kentucky.
I'm watching film all night.
I couldn't imagine Joe Dooley being my teacher.
That would be pretty intimidating.
That was who was coaching here when I was in school.
Just think if Bob Knight was your teacher.
Throwing chairs and desks at you.
Smacking you on the head as he walks by. Who would have been? I guess I would have had Bill Harrigan.
Well, this was when Jerry Wainwright was the head coach at Wilmington. Brad was an assistant.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't have the full, duties as the head coach.
So you might have Michael Perry.
Michael Perry.
Yeah, that'd have been cool. He'd have been a good teacher.
I would have showed up to class.
I'd have had the stomper. I was at a show up joke.
Yeah.
You would have been with Michael Perry in class.
Yeah.
Greg Horindo would have been our teacher.
Wow.
And if somebody was like not paying attention, he just starts stomping on the floor.
It'll get your attention.
The stomper.
Sidney Lowe whistles at you in your ear.
All right, let's take a break. That was a good segment, Ken.
You got any more cities?
Oh, I got plenty. I didn't know if you wanted to keep going.
I mean,
what county is Clinton, North Carolina in?
Clinton. That's the pride of Sampson County.
Booyah.
Booyah?
Booyah.
Is that your own special take on Booyah?
Yeah. I didn't want to take it away.
Fayetteville.
Scott.
Fayetteville. Cumberland County.
Very good.
Good.
Very good. How about Boone?
Boone. Watauga County.
This guy's pretty good. We gave him that Union County is a big...
He stumped me.
Is a stumper for him. All right, more North Carolina geography quiz with Ken Watlington. Talk some sports as well. What is Ken... Because, Chandler, I did something yesterday that you like to do.
Watch YouTube videos?
Yes. You've done this a few times. When I had those cards the other day for Jarrett, when I ask a question, I don't necessarily want you to give the right answer.
Oh.
It's kind of like a tease. But I was like, I've got, guess who I've got something for? Jarrett. I was like, yeah. And you're like, you probably got, what did you say? A Bo Jackson or a Howie Long card or something. Is it Howie Long? Yeah. You just spoil everything.
I'm sorry.
Chandler, I'm setting up the segment for next time after the break.
Did you play golf?
I did something yesterday you like to do. You watch YouTube? Yeah. Like,
My bad.
and really, I don't know how you're supposed, I guess.
I kind of forgot we were on the radio.
Can you start naming really bad guesses?
Yeah.
That would help me out. Chandler, I did something yesterday that you really enjoyed doing.
You was in the bathroom.
Cook?
No. But I'll tell you what I did when we return after this.
That's a tease.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl.
Will crash over me.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! This is your What's New update brought to you by the new Greenville Auto World. What's new? The new Greenville Auto World has new owners, a state-of-the-art service repair facility that can help you with tires, state inspection, AC repair, and more. Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle and offers great monthly oil change specials. What's new? You making a service appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 across from the Speedway at Bells Fork. Pirates supporting Pirates.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
Pirate Radio. We are the local station you love. Anytime, anywhere, on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. And the best thing about this great service is that it's absolutely free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Say hello to Virgil Gibbons. He is the director of track and field cross country at East Carolina. Comes by way of Campbell. He was the Campbell Fighting Camels director, and now comes over here to fill the big shoes of Kirk Kraft, who, by the way, invited to be on the show today, but he has had another obligation. He said thank you, and we'll take a literal rain check and come on another time. But we are big Kirk Kraft fans, and now we will welcome in Virgil Gibbons. Hopefully he can continue the success that this program has had.
Big shoes to fill.
No doubt. All right, Sean, do a flip through while Ken's here.
Let's do it, baby. And I guarantee, how much you want to bet, the team that I land on will be a team that we've already previewed.
I mean, we've gone through quite a few teams.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Maction.
No, we bypassed some action.
SMU.
SMU. Yep, done them.
All right.
Lena. Done them.
Georgia Southern, huh?
They're on row 2 here, yep.
Wow.
Okay, let me do one.
I got it.
If you did Georgia Southern again, Chandler, Yep, done them twice, I believe. Do one at the end. Here we go.
Oh, baby.
Did we do them?
No
Akron?
Jason Taylor? No, he didn't go to Akron, did he?
Yeah?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, Akron it is, the Zips.
Akron.
Boy, I don't have a lot for Akron.
They got a pretty tough non-con.
Let's hear it.
At Ohio State, week 1.
Loss.
At Rutgers.
Loss.
They play some toothpaste called Colgate.
Dub.
At South Carolina.
Sheesh.
Loss.
So, tough there for Akron.
Let's see.
God, there's a...
you ever heard of John Heisman? He went to Akron. Or is associated with Akron anyway.
I know a lot about the Akron Zips.
Let's hear it.
The university is located in Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Home of LeBron James?
Yes.
Wait, are you Akron's head coach, just like Deshaun Foster is UCLA's head coach?
We're located in Akron. It's just south of Cleveland. There's a really good cheeseburger place there called Swenson's. It's delicious. That's all I got.
My Olympic gymnastics crush from the 96 games in Atlanta.
Oh, what's her name?
Is from Cleveland. And did she attend Akron? Dominique Moceanu.
Okay.
Huh. I was a big Dominique Moceanu fan when I was 14 and she was 14. Jason Taylor was a good call. Jim Tressel. Oh, Alexa Bliss. Is she still doing stuff?
Oh.
I think she's hurt.
Yeah.
Has been for a while.
She hurt my feelings by not showing up on TV. What are you oohing about, Ken?
Big spill on the men's steeplechase final in the Olympics.
What's up with the water?
I don't know, but Ken did say, is this the one with the water? And I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, I don't think so. And sure enough, they're jumping into water.
God, this USA guy was winning, and now this 7-footer has got him. And it looks like we might end up in a bronze situation here.
Big spill, though, in the last half lap.
Yeah, let's see the replay on that. God, that looks like a brutal event. The jumping, the water, the running. Those are some athletes. Hey, proud of our USA guy. Good silver. We'll take that. I want to see the crash. All right, Akron, Sean, where are they picked? Ooh, any soccer fans in the house? Do you know DeAndre Yedlin? He did something at Akron.
Zips actually have a pretty good men's soccer program, if I recall. Nationally ranked.
So you were where, Ken? Where you covered Akron?
Where was I?
Yeah.
Opposite side of the state. I was in Toledo.
Okay.
Yeah.
After 2 seasons at Akron, Yedlin signed with the Seattle Sounders. The club's first homegrown player.
Hey, you wanted Maction? You got Maction.
Yeah, it is.
They are. Phil still has them tied for last with Kent State.
There you go. Sad times in Akron, Ohio.
They used to have a Bowden as a head coach.
I'm gonna say it was Terry.
It was, I believe. Not too far distant past, I believe. Last 10 years or so, he was a coach.
Do you remember the linebacker for the Giants and for the Panthers, Chase Blackburn?
I do.
War number 93 is the linebacker.
Yes.
Akron Zip.
Friend of the show and former Pirate Scotty Robinson tuned in, says, big shoes to fill in Coach Kraft. Welcome to the Pirate Nation, Coach. By the way, Scotty Robinson's birthday is in 3 days, according to Facebook.
And Facebook ain't wrong.
Scotty, I will try to remember to send you a happy birthday message. Scotty was awesome when he joined us on the show with Coach Hud a few weeks ago, a month or so ago. That was a fun segment. Jamie says, I thought you guys did do Akron. Well, I know we did Kent State because we brought up Antonio Gates. I feel like we might have done Toledo. The problem is, Ken, and this, you covered the MAC. This is very Macist of me, but I feel like they all are the same.
They're not.
I know. That's
not.
a terrible thing to say. I'm going to get tons of hate mail from our friends in Ohio and Michigan.
Your directional Michigans. Yeah.
Do you know the head coach?
What kind of face are you making?
It's one that I was ready to speak. Do you know who the head coach is for Akron?
I cannot say that I do. Give me a hint.
He coached Mississippi State. And his last stop was Oregon's offensive coordinator.
Mississippi State.
It's a
I'm thinking of Sylvester Croom.
J.M.
Who is it?
Joe Moorhead.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is.
Well, you need to know who he is because they're about to be on top.
All right. Do you have something, Ken?
Zip's about middle of the pack in the MAC this year, I think.
No, Chandler just said they were picked tied for last.
Tied for last.
Oh, really? Sheesh.
I wonder what you were thinking of while we were talking about that.
I was still watching the screen for see the spill. They never showed it again.
Again, Ken, all those teams are middle of the pack. They're all the same team, but don't mail me.
Except Toledo.
They are ahead of
Bowling Green.
Chandler, yesterday. So here's my thing in August. At some point, I fully commit to football. And it's a decision that I'm careful with because once I'm in, I'm all the way in. I don't want to get in too early because then it is brutal to wait for preseason and God, the wait is forever. So I'm a little nervous about going in this early. There have been some years where I've gone in late July. But yesterday, I feel like this week I'm starting to go all in. I think next week I'll probably be all in. I'm setting some keepers in Fantasy League. We got our league set, got a new owner in. Also yesterday, I watched Jaden Daniels highlights on YouTube.
Oh, baby.
I don't want
to. Why do you not want to?
Either they won't be great and I'll be depressed, or they'll be...
I watched LSU Jaden Daniels Heisman highlights. Okay. So, yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Zero pass rush around them.
I can't get excited.
Malik Neighbors has amazing separation, so there's usually nobody around the receiver. So if those two things can happen in the NFL, I like his chances. The problem is it's not going to happen that easy.
It's the Washington Football Redskin Commanders.
That is exactly right. I will watch and see what he does Saturday against the Jets. We'll talk to Antwan Staley, who is covering Jets camp, about Isaiah Winstead and that upcoming game later on in today's show. But I'm starting to make the turn and get in. I'm not 2 feet in right now. I got 1 foot in, one leg, probably half of my pelvic bones in there, part of my groin. If the radio audience is kind of trying to get a picture of how much I'm in,
don't. Think of something else.
But do you understand what I'm saying, Sean, about going all in on football? You don't.
No, if you're watching highlights, buddy,
yeah,
you might be already all in.
What are you, Jeff Foxworthy over here? You might be all in. Ken, do you go all in?
I might be done with baseball.
So you're all out. You need something to fill that portion of your black soul, your black heart.
Yeah.
Why not Washington football?
Oh, I know why. 30 years of, I would say, mediocre football. It's just been bad.
It has. You look at, I bring up like records in the last 20 years, records in the last 10 years. We're down there. The Browns are starting to eclipse us. The Lions are eclipsing us.
The Lions might make the Super Bowl.
We're being left in the dust, man.
Just relegate them to the UFL.
You know, that would be something that maybe could get me fully back on board. If we just start dominating a league.
Yeah.
Hey, Skip Holtz, there's a new sheriff in town, buddy. Your reign of terror is over. The Commanders are coming.
As the Washington football team beats Delaware to win the CAA.
Woo! Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go, man. I think I know how it's going to go.
Yeah, I think so, too. 7-10.
Better than the Panthers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you have a light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Like a year that you're going to say we're going to win football games in Charlotte?
Yeah, I mean,
What year would that be?
Gosh, I want to say this year, but I don't know.
No, it's not this year.
Next year.
No. When does Bryce Young's rookie?
2000.
When does Bryce Young's rookie deal go up and you can finally get another quarterback? That's where you need to start. You believe in Bryce?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm not voting for you for president, though. I don't like your decision making.
There's a split on the ticket now.
Ken, there was supposed to be some high school football as far as the little jamborees,
scrimmages, jamborees, and stuff starting up.
Is that TBD or has that been wiped
I think
out?
most of them are probably wiped out. But they might try and wait to see if they can get some done Friday night. But anything today and tomorrow is a no-go.
Did you go to Parker's on Monday?
I didn't. I missed it. But Bailey went 2 days in a row, he told me. He was there for the Big Carolina, and then I believe it was the EPC yesterday. He's like, I had Barker's for lunch 2 days ago.
He is
tough life, man.
Scotty Robinson, by the way, says the 49ers are accepting new fan applications. So, like, I almost bought a 49ers hat. I was so disgruntled with Washington. I'm a Shanahan fan. I love Debo. I like McCaffrey. I love Kittle. Rajay Harris is my guy. Jack Powers, they're both Niners fans.
Go ahead. Go.
I could never pick another team. Never.
Couldn't do it.
Never. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Kim, we'll wrap it up. It was last Wednesday, I believe, or either the previous Wednesday. Ramey Steins actually sent me a text and said, back-to-back days with guys from Plymouth. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
So some great folks coming out of Plymouth. Just terrible news. Great guy. You had somewhat of a relationship with him, right? So,
yeah, I mean, he's a guy that, I didn't really know growing up, but I knew of.
Yeah.
Any time of, growing up in Plymouth, if you were a decent athlete, he might be the next Ramey.
Really? They said that?
Yeah,
That's cool.
because, he was drafted by the Padres and, of course, played here at ECU. And then, everybody was kind of measured, can you be the next Ramey? Can you be, what a loss for this community. And honestly, for the basketball community and college basketball, such an outpouring of support and remembrance going on. So, I couldn't believe when I got the news Sunday.
My dad's, I believe, first cousin, so he's a relative of mine, Terry Nobles, was a basketball referee and friends with Ramey, and says the service from Covenant Church Friday at 1 will be streamed. So nice. He's got a lot of, I said this, and it was fun. We had Bailey on, who was very close friends with him, super close. The next day we had Mac McCarthy on, who had the coach ref relationship with him and a friendship.
Yeah.
So it touched a lot of different worlds. So,
and you saw that on Twitter. I think the first official, I got word, through friends and coworkers what happened, but the first official acknowledgement of it was Seth Greenberg from ESPN, former Virginia Tech head coach.
Saw Tom Crean shortly after that.
And then it got down to Corey Alexander from ESPN and ACC Network.
Wes Durham had a nice post
really
there. Ramey was, I think, greeting his mother, which was Woody's wife.
That's right.
So.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll certainly miss Ramey Steins.
No doubt.
Ken, thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, y'all.
And we'll talk to you again soon.
Go Braves, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, okay.
Go Commanders on Saturday.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what? Let's win the preseason.
They do every year, 3-0 every year.
Let's win the preseason. Let's start there, and then we'll worry about the real games later.
We'll worry about that next year.
We'll take a break, come back. When we return, Holton Ahlers joins us. We'll talk Pirate football and more with the former Pirate QB and my cohort on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show this year. We'll talk to Holton after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we are stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Your Wood Ducks host the Myrtle Beach Pelicans August 6th through the 11th. Join us on Thursday for $2 natural lights, bush lights, and peanuts with the first pitch at 6:30 p.m. Join us Friday night for post-game fireworks presented by WNCT Channel 9, where the first pitch is set for 7 p.m. And on Sunday, come and enjoy dollar hot dogs and a $6 meal deal. First pitch is at 1 p.m. Get your tickets at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Come enjoy some Wood Ducks baseball at a historic Granger Stadium in Kinston all weekend long. Go Woodies!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Sound is measured in decibels. A siren, 134. A jet engine, 140. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium when the Pirates score, 146. The best, the most extensive game day coverage of Pirate football returns Saturday, August 31st to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership and is part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Sorry, Jamie, Logan, and Jamie. I forgot to ask Ken where Beulahville, a Hosky, and Corolla are. Is that how you say it? Corolla? That's at the beach, right? On the coast.
I want to say yes.
Adam Carolla?
No, because I want to say Corolla might be pronounced a tad
Corolla.
different. Corolla.
Is it Corolla?
Yeah, it's
that
Corolla.
That sounds better now in my head.
The only reason I know that is because there was a video that came out like on Facebook. There's a group called What Southerners Say, and they actually did like a test of like Canita.
Yeah.
For example.
Conto.
Well, I called it Conto for ages. Jeff Charles was the one that actually told me, no, that's not how you pronounce it.
No, Shirley, it's Canita.
He's like, Shirley, it's actually Canita. And I looked at him and I said, it's going to be Conto. But that video, they actually had Corolla on the list, and they all said Corolla, and it was incorrect.
Corolla. Chad says, bang, bang, chat gang. Pike said, when COVID required everyone to stay home, I printed off NC maps and practiced writing in counties and the county seats. I could score 80% and better. Now I might be 70%. That's interesting. What did you do during COVID? What?
Played golf.
A lot of golf?
A lot of golf.
You did a lot
almost every day.
Did a lot of walking, right?
Did 4 miles a day and did the keto and lost like 60, 70 pounds. And also the golf helped.
What did I do?
Oh, you played a bunch of video games, I know.
Got back. Oh, played MLB The Show.
Yes.
That was like my only sports was playing MLB The Show.
I ended up playing it when I got back to Greenville and started back with Pirate Radio. You were like, hey, we're doing this Dynasty team or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was the Cardinals.
I did a lot of furniture stuff. Like, for example, like I bought like a bookshelf and I sanded it down, repainted it, and then made it into like one of those cubbyhole little thingies.
So a little home project.
Yeah,
type
home
stuff?
projects, like DIY projects. I did a lot of those at home.
Jared, did you do any hobbies during COVID times?
I mainly just worked at a car wash, but got really into movies.
Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Netflix. I believe.
Whatever I wanted to watch. I mean, all these streaming services.
So, like, previously you had not seen a lot of movies.
Yeah, I mean,
you had some classics then to catch up on.
Yeah.
And KBO. I mean,
KBO.
I
watched some Korean baseball.
Yes, I watched a lot of Korean baseball.
NASCAR, because that came back, I feel like, before anything else.
You remember the NASCAR, the virtual NASCAR they did?
My God.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
It looked like a video game.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the challenge? Like with Tom Brady and...
Oh, yeah. That was pretty fun.
They did the golf. Like, it was Tom Brady, Chuck, Peyton Manning, Phil Mickelson.
God, the NBA bubble was good, too.
You should like that?
Yeah, because
the WNBA bubble was just as fun.
It was basketball on during the day. Jamal Murray and who was the other guard that were just putting up amazing games? Was it Donovan Mitchell? Was it Murray and Mitchell were putting up like 50 on each other?
What a matchup that was.
Yeah, I mean it was fun.
I liked it because in the WNBA, you know when you argue with a ref over a call or whatever, you could hear what the players were actually saying.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching Diana Taurasi. She got called for a foul or something. She really disagreed with the referee. She was like, "I'll see you in the lobby." And I was like,
You can't say that.
You can't say that. No, she got teed up, but she was like, "Yeah, I'll catch you in the lobby."
I want to give some flowers. Don't let my wife know I'm going to give another lady some flowers. But watching a little USA women's basketball, I thought Breanna Stewart was just a post player and like taller than everybody. And like, I had a wrong read on Breanna Stewart. I was unfamiliar with her game.
I was going to say, are you going to get to the Shaq meme?
Yeah,
you did.
She can handle the ball. She can shoot. She is a very good all-around player.
Yeah, she can shoot the three. She is a really good passer. She's got very good court vision. And right now, Stewie and Asia Wilson are just dominating just about every team that they're playing. And they were up.
They're up 15.
They're up 15. Okay, good.
A little before half.
But Kelsey Plum has been a great addition to the team. She's been helping out a lot. But, yeah, Breanna Stewart and Asia, so far there has not been a team that can find an answer for those two.
How many outdoor men's beach volleyball teams does USA have? Because the one with Chase Budinger, I think, is out. But these are two different dudes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But USC, where is that? And what other college is there around that?
Is it in California?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so the C stands for California.
Got to.
The U probably stands for university. What is that S?
Not
South?
Santa
Clara. Wait, University of Santa Clara. It could be that. But if it is California, it could be south. Could be south.
Now, which one is the Banana Slugs? That's Santa Barbara, right? U.S.
I don't know, but
so
do you want to hear from Deshaun Foster?
Yes.
Oh, well, all you had to do was say.
Do you think Shirley will play it? I hope so.
I hope so.
Coach Foster, welcome to the Big Ten. We'll begin with your opening statement.
How you guys doing?
Good.
I'm happy to be here. glad to be a part of this great conference. Finally putting two great emblems together, UCLA and the Big Ten. We're a school that's won, 123 championships, so this fits us being right in this conference. Football-wise, we're just excited. I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA.
What other school?
It's us and USC.
Oh, cool.
We
Are you just excited to be here? Are you just excited to be
I'm
here?
just basically excited, really. That's
okay.
it.
All right.
Any questions?
No, we don't. And Coach Foster, you are good to go.
Has he done any media since then?
I don't know.
He needs a Tosh.0 redemption, web redemption, because that was rough. Ethan says Shirley is correct. UC Santa Barbara are the banana slugs. You got the anteaters out there. Is that Riverside? Let me know, Ethan. Who are the anteaters? All right. Holton Ahlers joins us now on the Pirate Radio live line as we get closer and closer to the start of the football season. Holton joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Holt, how you doing, man?
Cliff, I'm doing good, man. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. Mike Houston hoping that he can get some kind of practice in here the next few days with it being so wet around these parts. And Holton, I guess the good news is you said that when you were, being recruited, that they told you there'd be an indoor practice facility by the time you were a sophomore or something. So we got that facility ready, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad they get to go into the indoor today after the rain, man. It's huge for their development. So glad that the promises were fulfilled throughout my recruitment process.
Holton, and I see comments. I might have made some of these comments when I was younger and not as wise. But, hey, you play football games in the rain. You play football games in the heat. What do you need an indoor practice facility for? But now I know the answers to that. And Mike Houston talked about some of those. Even last week, before we knew about the rain coming in this week, he just mentioned the heat and how even in walkthroughs in the evening, they'll be sweating, they'll drop some pounds, and just tough to keep weight on. That's one of the issues when you're in Eastern North Carolina, right, is playing in the heat and keeping the weight on for the guys.
Oh, it is huge, 100%. And, that is something. Look, I joke about the indoor and stuff like that. It didn't bother me throughout my career. Now, would it have been nice? Yeah, it would have been sweet to have. My thing is, during the summer when the coaches aren't around, if players want to go get better, they can go get better in the indoor no matter what the weather is, no matter what time it is. You can just go in there and work out and get better. That's keeping them from doing that right now. And the walkthroughs, like you're saying. And look, like we said, East North Carolina weather can be 1 second bright sunny outside and the next second hailing. So we did miss a few practices in my career from that. So you just never know. Having an indoor is a huge recruiting thing for one, and then just summer makes it easier for guys just to go in there and get work on their own. Look, I promise you, as a quarterback trying to get receivers to go out after they already had conditioning in the morning and lift, getting them to go out and do 7-on-7 with me would have been a whole lot easier if I could promise them they'd be inside 70 degrees. It would have been a lot easier than 105 on turf. So it just makes it easier in that aspect.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that one either. Holton Ahlers joining us. Holton, first day of full pads was yesterday, and that's a big day for everyone. What about the quarterbacks? You're not getting hit anyway. So, did the intensity level raise for you and the quarterbacks when it becomes full pads?
It does in a different way. The defense just plays faster. I think they play more aggressive. The D-line gets a little bit closer to you. You can feel a sack a little bit, getting there a little bit sooner just because everyone's more aggressive when pads come on. Everyone's exciting, especially that first day. And then, look, throwing's just a little bit, not a huge difference, but it is different when you have pads on too. So that's something people got to get used to, especially if you don't do it all off season. That's why you see a lot of quarterbacks now training in the off season at least once a week with pads on, and that's the reason why.
Holton Ahlers joining us. Holton, were you involved in any I guess, skirmishes that were more than just words at practice, because you get into these dog days and we see them, in the NFL, mostly when you get those joint team practices. But there's some hollering at times that I've heard out at ECU practice. Wasn't able to see what was going on, but guys going at it. So were you ever involved in any of those?
Oh, 100%. I'm a chippy guy in general. So, yeah, I got in quite a few. Never fights or anything, but some junk talking for sure. Me and the defense, and we were always chirping back and forth, especially some of those older guys that you're there. I mean, Miles Berry, Xavier Smith, Jeremy Lewis, Jack, even guys that were there for a while. We were good friends and just going up against each other every day for years and years and years. So, yeah, I mean, you have fun with it, but you can't let it get any more, past that. And football, that's going to happen, but it can't get, crazy to an amount.
First scrimmage coming up this weekend, Holt, and what I don't know what's most important for ECU as they get into the scrimmage portion of this offseason. Obviously, the quarterbacks will be under the microscope, but anything you're looking forward to seeing coming out of that?
I'm hoping to see a starting quarterback name. Now, that'd be ballsy to name one after first scrimmage. I've already came out and said that just because scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2 is just such a huge jump. I don't think, my 5 years there, I don't think I had a good scrimmage 1 in my 5 years of camp, just because defense usually holds things in until camp day, until scrimmage day, and then throws a bunch of new looks at you, and offense is running generic stuff still, installing slowly. So I think, wishful thinking is a starting quarterback comes out of it, but, I don't think so. I think these guys are so neck and neck right now that's going to take scrimmage 2 to see who improves, who takes the learning from scrimmage 1 and goes to scrimmage 2. But wishful thinking is you get a starting quarterback named out of it. I don't think so.
Hadn't talked or asked a lot about, what happens to the backup quarterback. So Shane Carden admitted, even at the time, and certainly since then, that he was pissed when Rio Johnson was named the starting quarterback at East Carolina. And, of course, Shane eventually won the job and became, a legend around here. Your situation's a little different because you were a true freshman and were able to come in very, very early in your career. But how about the guy that doesn't win this competition, Holton? How do you stay locked in? Because you've got to. It's very rare that one quarterback plays the entire season in football. So what about for Hauser or Garcia if they're not the number one? I don't know. What advice would you give them? How do you hope they handle that situation?
I'm going to tell you, it ain't going to be easy. I mean, I think anytime someone tells you they're going to choose another person that you're competing with, you're going to be pretty pissed about it, and that's a natural instinct. And you hope that they're competitive enough to be pissed about it. You just hope they're not so pissed that they get up and leave in today's college football world, because like you said, we're going to need both. But I mean, I've always believed in just keeping your head down, keep working, do what you're supposed to do. I mean, I was the backup quarterback all year in the spring league, and the whole time thought I should have been the starter. But in situations like that, you just sit there, you keep working hard, keep showing up, and hope that your time comes, and eventually it will. And whether that's this year or next year, I mean, these kids both got at least 2 years left. So I don't know. And you never look. There's been plenty of instances where a starting quarterback's been named in a quarterback competition, and then later that year you figure out that they picked the wrong guy. You talk about Shane Carden, Max Duggan, the year that TCU went to the playoff. He had a crazy year. Drafted. He was up for the Heisman. He was in a competition, got named the backup heading into the year. The starter goes down week 1. So there's plenty of instances where the number 2 guy actually was the right guy. They made the wrong decision. So you just got to have faith, keep your head down, just keep working.
Holton Ahlers joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Holton, Team USA continuing to roll in basketball, just have not been challenged since going over to Paris. And is there a challenge? Canada losing to France was an upset. Is it France? Is it the Joker in Serbia? Is there anybody out there that's going to challenge this USA team?
Yeah, the Canada one was surprising, but France is just so good on defense. I mean, they got 2 of the best defensive players to play in the last decade in the NBA on their team. So I think they're the ones who can give USA a chance at this. But look, if we don't win, obviously, I feel like we choke because, I mean, we got the best talent. But, yeah, France, I think, defensively is going to be hard to score on, so we just got to go play good defense ourselves.
And also looking forward to a little preseason coming up this weekend. Jaden Daniels going to get the ball for the Commanders for a little bit, so I'm tuned into that and interested to look at some other young quarterbacks and players around the league. What I don't know, Holton, as you look at it from the outside this year, anything you're looking at when it comes to this week in the NFL preseason?
Yeah, I'm excited to see these young guys, these young quarterbacks. I mean, it's kind of the first year in a while where, you got to presume number one in Caleb Williams. He might not even play in the preseason. And then from there, look, Jaden Daniels is probably going to be the guy, but, you don't know what kind of his style, how it's going to go into the NFL. You've heard a lot of good things. And Drake May, obviously, Bo Nix. You got a lot of, almost project guys that could be the starter but could be sitting for a while. So just going out there and seeing how they operate in an NFL offense should be pretty fun to watch.
Hopefully Keaton Mitchell will heal up, and we'll see him at some point in the NFL season. But keeping an eye, and we'll talk later on today to Antwan Staley, who is covering the Jets, and we'll get a Isaiah Winstead update. But I was texting with Antwan to get him on the show. He said he thinks Isaiah will get some burn coming up in their preseason game against Washington, so that's great. And I know Julius Wood trying to make the Cowboys, so I got some Pirates out there, Holton, trying to make it.
Yeah, I'm pumped to watch him. I talked to Isaiah yesterday, and he's doing great. So I'm excited to watch all those guys. I'm excited to watch Jalen, too, with the Chargers. So hopefully they can all get at least on practice squad, but, they all got a chance, and that's all you can ask for.
Holton, what's coming up on Thursday's edition of the Holton Ahlers Show?
Yeah, a little unique one. We got my pop joining the show, so it'll be fun, though. We're recording tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. A lot of fans have asked for this for a while, and we're going to go in-depth kind of on our relationship. And not only that, though, but also, he's an ECU legend in himself. He's been doing PA for over 30 years for basketball, almost 30 years for football. So minus him being my dad, and it's still a pretty cool interview. And then we're gonna get to the core of how he got me to become the starting quarterback at ECU with some local politics.
That is what I want to hear. You're right, though, Holton. That has been a request since really day zero. Since even before you recorded an episode, you're like, hey, who you want on the podcast? Holton, Morgan Ahlers' name came up. So I'm pumped to hear that one coming up. And also returning very soon with the high school huddle. Morgan does an awesome job getting folks ready for high school football, which Holton teams are gearing up for. A couple weeks away from that. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I love high school football. It's like the purest form of football right now. Look, college athletes are getting paid. Obviously, NFL and pro athletes get paid. So if you want to go watch pure football for the love of the game, go watch a little high school ball.
There you go. Holt, thanks for joining us, man, and looking forward to the Holton Ahlers Show coming up Thursday at noon.
Sure. Thanks, Clip. See you, man.
Holton Ahlers joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line, Holton Ahlers Show coming up Thursday. Ahlers and Ahlers, Morgan Ahlers, his guest. That will be interesting. We'll take a break, come back. P-Mace, Patrick Mason joins us. The White Sox snapped their 21-game losing streak. Intern Jarrett and Patrick Mason celebrating. And how about right now on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck?
The Buck.
The White Sox up 2-0 on the A's.
They're back.
Going for 2 in a row.
Let's go.
Could they finish 500 this year, or is that already? No? Okay. If they won every game left, let's see, 88, 162. Somebody do the math.
It's like 77 wins, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Let's see this. 72.
72. Yeah,
and 88.
Yeah, 70.
No. 74. There it is, Jared.
Split the middle.
There it is. We'll take a break, come back. P-Mace joins us after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal. to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Want a great lunch with quick service? Huckleburger. Need a place to dine out with the family tonight? Huckleburger. The fastest full-service restaurant in town. Huckleburger. Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality, delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger. Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Stock up and save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout. We're clearing out inventory, and that means some of our lowest prices of the season. Save store-wide. Plus, find a huge selection of furniture closeouts, clearance items, floor samples, and more. Slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. Save on tons of mattress closeouts and floor models, too. Plus 6 months financing during the Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates!
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
G'day, this is Luke Larson, punter for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. And are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. And when planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Do you say Qatar or Qatar?
I say Qatar, but I think it's pronounced Qatar, isn't it?
I've heard both.
Yeah.
I've heard it both ways.
I'm a white guy from America. I say Qatar.
That you are, and that white guy speaking is Patrick Mason. And right now, our white guys are losing to Qatar in beach volleyball, men's beach volleyball, down one set as they play in set number 2. Our women are taking it to Nigeria, 58-33, that score. 8 minutes left to go, third quarter, on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right, Shirley, can I get some Hard Knocks music? It debuted last night.
Woo, don't spoil it.
On our favorite platform, Max. Don't spoil it. This is a sports talk radio show that loves football. So everyone watched it last night when it debuted, and we're going to recap it right now. John, did you watch it?
No.
Patrick, you're a big Bears fan, so you probably watched it.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Shirley didn't watch it. Cole, did you watch it? Jarrett, we're down to Jarrett.
Save us.
Jarrett, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Ooh, we got one.
But Patrick doesn't want to be spoiled, so we can't talk about it.
Ah, man. The first half was really good.
I heard there was some Nick Saban in there, too.
Great,
Right? So I heard that was great.
Consultant?
Honestly,
looking forward to that.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so cool, maybe they shouldn't have showed it. Because it was a one-on-one with Eberflus.
Yeah.
How do you say your dumb coach's
Eberflus.
name? Yeah, that is a terrible name.
But
Eberflus.
him and Saban are boys. Like,
Yeah.
I guess they go way back.
So Saban,
Coach Toledo. I didn't know Eberflus played at Toledo, but
He's
the
like a
highlights were
linebacker.
nice, Yeah.
Yeah.
so Saban just drops like all this knowledge.
Yeah.
And now the whole world knows. Like that would have been cool if it stayed in there. But
Right. But they get to cut the film and edit it, right? So I guess they were comfortable with that going out. I'm sure there's probably plenty of other conversations, but I mean, I'm looking forward to see that interaction too.
There was a good rookie singing scene that you'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything else stand out?
I didn't know Matt Eberflus was like that Italian.
Okay.
I mean, just the way he was dressed, how he talked, his family.
He kind of had an image makeover. I think he spent a lot of time in the off season.
They talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, like I know he did like physical stuff with his haircut, but just being able to speak to the press too was a huge knock on him last year. So, kind of a makeover of sorts.
I wonder what the conversations were like when he took over that job, and because he's got to feel like he's got a new lease on life with an entirely new offense, roster, and toys to play with.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to feel good about himself, and I mean, there were times last year when everyone was just calling for his head, and his general manager stuck with him, and now here we are.
So is he a defensive guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was the Colts DC before he got the head coaching job.
Do you have the same coordinator you had last year on offense?
No, we got Shane Waldron now. Because it used to be Luke Getsy.
Who is now with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You got the Bears offensive coordinator. That's
right, yeah.
That's
It's like, I don't know about
how
that.
he said, who's now with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I got to buy in somehow.
Yeah, there you go. So, Hard Knocks. Sean, you going to try to watch it?
Yeah, I actually am going to watch it as soon as I get home.
Let's make an effort to watch it Tuesday so we can talk about it with Patrick on Wednesdays.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch.
More so you, Patrick.
Yeah, from here on out, I'll watch every Tuesday.
If not, it's okay. Like, I don't want you to lose your relationship because she wants to watch, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, I'm going to make her watch it, too. I said, you're going to sit down and, watch some Bears with me.
Right.
Learn a little bit about
you wearing
the team.
the shorts in that household?
Yeah, you know it.
Usually the pants, but today P. Mace, for those wondering, has gone with shorts, which is a bit of a surprise because it is a cooler day for what we usually have in early August due to the storms.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
The constant rain.
I figured you'd be hiding those legs today.
Nope,
they are
getaway sticks.
That's right.
They're out there and loving every minute of it. All right. Did you watch the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, what is it, like the third quarter it got banged? But, yeah, I watched as much as I could stomach of it.
As an old Redskins fan, it was cool to see Rippon out there throwing.
Ripping it.
Mark Rippon won a Super Bowl with Washington.
He actually looked okay. I mean,
Brett
as
Rippon,
far as,
yeah.
third-string quarterbacks go.
And then that they highlighted the game. Credit to HBO Max, whatever the hell it is, because I was talking to my wife last week when I learned that the Bears had a player that was married to Simone Biles, and I was like, they'll probably incorporate that into Hard Knocks, they got a lot of it, and some stuff that happened recently was put in.
Yeah,
like very recently.
They do a great job with staying up to date.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But they had that, and they highlighted one receiver, I think, that had a big game in the Hall of Fame game, Johnson or something. I don't know.
I know you're talking.
Does it irritate you, Patrick, that did you want to see Caleb Williams Thursday night?
I understood it. I was okay. I mean, that game is so early, and they only had 2 weeks or so of running around in shells. So I was okay with him not playing. And I think part of it too is the offensive line. None of the starters played, so you don't really want to roll him out there and just get creamed by some random guy trying to make a roster.
You do want to see him at some point, though, right?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
can you wait till week 1?
No, I fully expect him to play. At least some snaps, maybe even a quarter coming up. But
Jaden Daniels will play coming up on Saturday against the Jets. Talk more about that in a moment. I'm starting to, like I said, I got one foot in the football waters.
I was in with the Giants, their off-season Hard Knocks. I mean, that was a new show, but I kind of got in the football mode watching that.
Really?
I was really pumped about the Bears coming up. So
it was interesting.
Yeah, it was different, but it was interesting.
The conversations. I'm honestly shocked.
Do they have those conversations on tape?
That all this stuff is public now.
Yeah. It's a little weird. And I'm kind of surprised some of these teams purposely put it out there.
I know.
And just, I wonder what Saquon's feeling. Or even Daniel Jones, just where they were so, wishy-washy. Like, man, I guess if we can't get anyone, we're going to roll with Daniel.
I guess they're living it, so they know the truth. But for us to be, and look, I love the access, but
right.
I'm always worried we're going to start getting too much. And
yeah.
Teams are going to push back. So the NFL now forces you to do Hard Knocks.
Right. Because the Bears they famously said, we're not doing it. They always turned it down, but the NFL kind of forced them to do it this year.
If you have a new head coach, you don't have to do it.
Right.
And if you make the playoffs, you don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you suck and you bring your coach back, you could be eligible.
Yep.
To go on Hard Knocks.
All your laundry's out there for everybody.
I know the Panthers did the prime thing.
We did the end season.
Yeah.
Because it showed.
They've never done Hard Knocks, right?
No, we never did. It was all or nothing. It was all or nothing.
Yeah.
Was what it was called.
And of course, it was nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this was the year that we started off 9-4 and then squandered that season away. It showed Dante Jackson getting his butt chewed by Ron Rivera at halftime of the Steelers game on Thursday night. That really kind of changed the course of this franchise.
When Cam got rocked.
TJ Watt right to the shoulder.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember did you guys used to watch Hard Knocks?
Oh, yeah. I've watched every one.
You remember when Chad Ochocinco was getting cut that one year, but the coach, I mean, he couldn't really tell him he was cut. He's just like,
By the Dolphins.
Right, yeah, the Dolphins.
That was the first one I ever watched.
But it was so awkward. They never said, hey, man, we're going to move on. They just kept saying, well, we might have to move on from you, or, thanks for playing. Like, they never really told him, and it was just so wishy-washy. But it was just weird to see that.
Was the Ravens the first ever one? It was a very early one because I remember Shannon Sharp. There's a clip of the rookie doing his Shannon Sharp impression, and he kept saying restitution. I want my restitution. That was like a classic clip for a while. The Cowboys were early on.
Falcons.
And that same Miami Dolphins one is when Vontae Davis got traded to the Colts, and he was devastated.
He had to call his grandma.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I remember that.
Can I call my grandma?
Yeah.
That was early on. Again, it's very repetitive.
Yeah.
But it's another sign that football is on the horizon.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Patrick, ECU football.
Also on the horizon.
We'll get a scrimmage this week.
Yeah.
Full pads for the first time yesterday. We have you on every week. We ask you 2 or 3 ECU questions. Have we not talked about anything to this point?
I know, right? What quarterbacks we've talked about. Defense looking good.
I asked Coach about the receivers because John David Baker was on the Holton Ahlers show recently, and John David Baker said that they have more depth than they had at Ole Miss. Do I believe that? No. But he said it.
Nice thing to say.
Sure. I do believe there is depth here. Is it good depth? That remains to be seen. We hope so. Last year, receiver was, for the first time ever, a weak point at East Carolina. John, how many years, all your football years with ECU, we have been stacked at receiver?
Since 2007, first year I was emotionally invested, we've had that receiver.
Dwayne.
Dwayne,
which he was a freshman then, but you had Jamar Bryant, who I would say
Jamar Bryant,
very
Lance
good.
Lewis,
Lance
Justin
Lewis
Hardy,
after that,
and Zay
Hardy,
Jones,
so.
all those guys.
Well, before that, Andre Allison, right before that era. And, I mean, you go back to the 90s, tremendous receivers, and when Logan and was throwing it with Garrard and, Blake and Crandall and those guys.
When was also, you can say this about the quarterback, when was the last time you didn't have a trusted quarterback? Well, I guess you could
2015.
say Blake Kemp.
And even after that, Minshew, Nelson. I mean, Nelson, it looked like was on the way to trusting before his injury.
I know.
But, yeah, those Minshew years, Reed Herring, whoever, it wasn't great.
Yeah, but to your point, receiver has always been there. There's always been that go-to guy. And last year, we struggled to kind of find that guy. And I feel like we found that guy towards the end of the year and Chase so well.
So Mike Houston, I asked him about the receivers. Chase so well, banged up right now, but we'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
First name he said was Winston Wright.
Yeah.
Second name he said Anthony Smith. Talked about Jari, because Jari has been the most talked about receiver this offseason. But he said, and he was not specific. He mentioned some names, and he said, we've got guys that are showing up every day. My question was, is it wide open, or do you have guys kind of penciled in right now? And, of course, he didn't answer it straight up because no coach will.
Yeah.
But did seem pleased with that position.
Maybe that's the depth part of it, where there's just no one separating themselves, and they're kind of saying there's maybe not a huge drop-off, but I don't know if...
And that's my question is it good depth? Like, is it because everybody's good or everybody's not good? I want to think it's because everybody's solid and a good D1 player, but we don't know until we see it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And just how everything works together. I mean, I think you got to find... You got to get that quarterback, too, and you got to start building relationships and chemistry, and, it all just starts now with everybody.
Let's play Who Do You Trust? Do you trust Chase Sowell? I do.
I do.
He proved it last year. I mean, he was just a guy who he tried to figure out whatever he could last year.
Do you trust Rajay Harris?
Absolutely.
Marlon Gunn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Javius Bond?
Yes.
I need those other running backs to show up a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, let's be real. We heard that was the strength of last year. If the quarterbacks were going to come around slow last year, we got a stable of running backs, right? We got three or four guys, but we need those guys to do something.
I like Gunn. I like Bond. I trust those guys, but I hear your point. Now it gets iffy after that, I think. Do you trust Caden Hauser or Jake Garcia?
No.
Because you hadn't seen him yet.
Nope.
Do you trust Winston Wright or Anthony Smith?
Nope.
Do you trust Jari Patterson? No.
No, not really.
I feel like any other name I say on offense would be a no. Is there any other offensive player you trust right now?
Probably not.
No, but a group I asked about the other day was the offensive line, and
I don't trust them.
You don't trust them?
No.
Yeah. But Mike Houston seemed to be really excited.
They
about
are
that
very, very upbeat about the O-line.
Yeah. So do you trust Mike Houston?
No, because he's not going to say we stink anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to really...
Last year...
Be careful.
He liked what Flynn and Garcia were doing.
Good practices, I mean, we heard all that stuff.
So, no, I don't trust what he says.
Right.
And I don't trust what any coach says. That is a theme of this show.
I was going to say, that's not Mike Houston specific.
Absolutely
that's
not.
across the country.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the best shape of their lives. Everyone looks great.
Yeah. We work harder than anyone else. No, you don't.
Right.
There's a lot of cliches I hate.
Mm-hmm.
We got the best fans in the world. No, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, open mouth, say things. Sometimes.
Nobody works harder than we do. Yeah, they do. Or at least the same amount.
Right.
It's fun to say.
But also, you just got to say something.
I know.
Like you said, you can't, disparage anybody. You're going up there. You got high hopes. And, So you just got to be careful this time of year. But also, you can have as much hope as you want. That's what this year or this time of year brings. Be as hopeful as you want. And I think that this team has shown you can hope for something better than last year, which is pretty exciting.
I've just seen a lot of fans, and we talked to them and even heard from some this preseason that are like kind of done with the hope portion.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
Well, I'm not going to name any names, but he's at the Stop Shop if you want to go see him.
But there's a lot of things that work out.
He's done with the hope. Hey, show me what you got this fall.
Good for him.
I'm done hoping. Forget it.
I think the schedule offers some hope. I think some new players offer some hope.
Yeah.
So,
You got some reason.
Don't jump off the boat yet.
Let's take we're 0-0.
Right.
In fact, I'm crazy maybe for me to say this from what I previously just said. I am optimistic about this season because of schedule, because of players, because I do think Mike Houston has won everywhere. Last year was his worst year ever as a coach. So he was going through it for the first time. I know he's doing all he can to make sure that never happens again.
Yeah, and to his credit, I think he recognized that and tried to go a different direction.
No doubt.
I think a lot of coaches might have dug in deeper, too, and just said, my way is going to be the way.
100%.
So a lot of credit goes there just for making that change.
No doubt. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll have more with Patrick Mason, but not a lot more because that was a long segment. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Cheers to football fun at the tailgate and in the stadium this year. And remember, always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate Radio.
They'll never forget the eccentric pirate Bonnet and his savage, insane, vengeful pirate horde. See, he's a pirate, a real proper pirate.
A proper pirate.
That man is a fearsome pirate if I've ever seen one. Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely a pirate.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. Listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day, and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
I didn't see this.
Hold on. Be careful, he might cuss.
Does he cuss?
I have no idea. So be careful.
Chandler's Diddy sent in a live weather report from the beach, but we have not screened it.
So be careful.
So we'll run at hour 3.
Yeah.
We got to check for cursing. But thank you, Mr. Clark, for that. If you didn't cuss, we'll get you on the air next segment. Chandler, what were you talking about during the break?
Oh, so I just saw this and now it's gone. But like this French athlete that ran the steeplechase, she finished 4th. After she was done, she runs to the crowd, goes to her boyfriend, gets on one knee, and proposes to him. So that's just something you don't see a lot.
Yeah, definitely not. Man.
Would you say yes? Patrick, you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
How long have you been with your woman?
I guess like 3.5 years.
Man. So if you went home tonight and you turn on Hard Knocks and you look over and she's on a knee.
I mean, that's the thing. I guess you got to. Yeah. You know.
Although you brought up a good question. So let's say she's got a ring, but because I feel like this is different. If her ring is a man's wedding band, then you take the ring, you put it on, you say yes, all right. What if it is a big shiny ring for her and it's like, here's the ring, you take this, put it on me? I'm starting to feel a little different about the situation.
Yeah, me too.
Like you're being forced into it and maybe setting a precedent that could be tough down the road.
Yeah, just be interesting. But yeah, I'd like to know what's in that box.
Chandler, would you say yes if a woman proposed to you?
If it was a wedding band, yes.
And I mean, let's be honest, you might not have many options. So
shut up, dude. I hate you, man. I really hate you.
I saw that smirk coming right before.
I really hate you.
Come on, Sean. I'm kidding, pal.
Technically, his namesake did say yes.
Yeah. Wait, what?
If you think about it.
Who
is Chandler named after? Chandler Bing from Friends.
Yeah.
If you watched Friends, Monica proposed to Chandler.
Really?
Got to catch up on some back issues here.
Hey, bud, learn about your family history.
Yeah, man.
My bad.
You're Italian, you're Frenzian.
Frenzian.
John, you could have a girlfriend today if you wanted to. You know that.
Focus in, lock
that?
in, John.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with that nice 3-point stroke. Oh, yeah.
You have, your friend zone is like incredible, but I feel like if you wanted to, you could take the lead with one of them. You just kind of choose not to.
He has a fortified friend zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a friend zone that I want.
Right. You not all of them.
Yeah, all of them, yes.
You wouldn't go beyond the friend zone with some of the girls in your friend zone?
All right. Never mind.
You would.
Yes.
But then for the most part, though, you're cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Sean.
Come on, Sean. Oh, man, this is the most we've talked about your personal life in a long time.
Yeah, so
I know.
Yeah, you might want
that's
stop
why
it
I was
now.
like. That's why I was like.
They might
be
all be
careful.
listening.
Be
Yeah.
careful. I was like,
Feels good.
Clip, you're walking that line, bud. He's about to blow.
But Sean is a charmer.
Yeah.
He
snake charmer and a human charmer.
That's right. We haven't talked about your work with snakes a lot on this show.
I seen him with the clarinet. Chandler's like, I'm getting sideswiped here.
Interesting question on the Dan Patrick Show. Jamie, this is like a ZMB Pirate Radio situation. We are a competitor of the Dan Patrick Show. Stop bringing his name up. Yeah. In fact, you can only listen to one. In fact, Seaton from the Dan Patrick Show, we told him, hey, Seaton, you can either work here or Dan Patrick, not both, and he chose Dan Patrick.
My sources say it was a tough call for him. He's like, do I be the Clipettes or the Danettes? What do we do here?
Dan asked Chris Sims who had the better career, Phil Sims or Eli Manning. Who the hell cares?
Yeah, can we stop? Can we just stop with this stuff? Like, geez.
Right.
I hate both. I hate Eli way less. In fact, I like Eli now. I didn't watch a lot of Phil Sims. That was I was really young, but I started hating him when I had to hear his terrible voice.
I was going to say
during NFL games.
His broadcast career taints that.
And shout out to the networks for finally giving him less and less and less to do and get him off our television because he sucks. Eli, great on television. Without going through the numbers or seeing them in front of me, I would say Phil Sims. Because Eli Manning, I heard this the other day. You know, he's won 2 Super Bowls. He has not won a playoff game outside of those 2 Super Bowl runs.
Really?
So he's only had 2 years of playoff victories.
With some awesome defenses.
Sure.
I mean, Phil Sims wasn't playing with crap defenses, though.
Right.
Name one defensive player he had.
On the Giants?
Yeah.
I mean, was he Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, that was the joke, yeah.
I felt
one
like
of the
I was
best
going
defenders
into a
of all
trap
time. No, he had LT.
Had Bill Belichick as the DC?
Yeah. Jamie, I don't care. Who's better, Doug Williams or Mark Rippon?
So that's
now
how
we're
you know
asking the real question.
You're just looking for stuff, you know. It's like football's not quite here yet, but let's talk about Phil Sims' career.
I do a Bears example, but they have never had a good quarterback.
No,
Rex Grossman or
Sid Luckman or
Is it true?
Jay
I heard
Cutler?
this the other day. Is it true that
Probably
the Bears have never had a 4,000?
Yeah,
they're the only team in the NFL.
Yep,
that's crazy.
and that's really hard to do, honestly, especially nowadays.
That's insane.
I know, because there have been crap teams with quarterbacks that would just throw for a lot of yards.
Oh yeah,
the Bears have always been boring offensively. They were fun on special teams with Devin Hester.
Mm-hmm.
They've been fun on defense a lot, but can you really be that fun on defense? Man. They have been a boring team. Justin Fields made them exciting with his legs at times,
but he couldn't throw.
But now they have set themselves up to be a fun team to watch on Sundays, which I'm still trying to wrap my brain around.
Me too. I truly don't believe it myself, but I mean, this is like I've said it before. I'm really hyped about this season. I mean, just excited. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I know it's a rookie quarterback. Anything can happen, but
well, I don't think that the Bears really have been a less boring team. Well, I would say probably like the '89 Bears was probably the last time that the team was not all that boring.
They weren't.
I wasn't even alive.
Okay, and again, I wasn't watching them. They had Walter Payton, who was awesome.
They had Walter Payton.
But
they had
weren't.
Jim McMahon.
I don't think they were fun on off. Like Jim McMahon wasn't a great quarterback. He was just a character.
It was more so that they did stuff differently. I mean, you know, when's the last time you see a guy like Refrigerator Perry take a handoff and bust through the bust through the defensive line?
But again,
that was so. You know, at that time, that was so revolutionary.
Sure.
Now, it would look odd even now. But, you know, to me, some of my best memories is, they're on, you know, it's first and they're on the, you know, 1st and 2. You know, 1st and goal, and you're on the 2-yard line. Let's bring out the 500-pound defensive lineman and let him just run over everybody.
That is a salient point, Shirley Rhodes, that I would give you. But like Patrick said, he wasn't alive, so he didn't care. In his lifetime, they have been boring.
My lifetime.
In my football watching lifetime, they have been very boring.
Boring
in
and
my
bad
lifetime,
is not a good combo.
In my lifetime, the last time they were remotely interesting was 1989.
Are you trying to say 1985?
85, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had
think
89 stuck in my head.
in the late 80s, like Dick,
late
I mean, they
80s,
were good.
Yeah.
But again, they were defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it was, defense.
And to Shirley's point, that was innovative, bringing in Perry. But from what I understand, like, that pissed off Walter Payton and all the other players.
Yeah, poaching his touchdowns. and
in the Super Bowl, I guess, especially. All right, P-Mace, good chat.
Yeah, good times.
Man, you should write a book on 2023 where you had to watch Iowa, ECU, and Chicago.
Oh, man.
tried to move the ball 2 yards.
Like
on a play.
any team I cared about remotely was just painful to move the football.
But this year is a new year.
That's right.
New year, new you. We will say goodbye to Patrick. We will take a break. When we return, Antwan Staley joins us live from Jets camp. Will we see Isaiah Winstead this weekend in a Jets uniform? We'll talk about that, Aaron Rodgers, and the NFL after this.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party.
Hey, Pirate Nation, it's Pirate Steve.
And Lady Pirate Marissa.
Join us August 29th at the State Theater in Greenville, North Carolina for the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party.
Yep, 6 p.m. and we're going to be joined by Blake Kroll, a former pirate and American Idol singer. You don't want to miss it.
Go Pirates.
Arr.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Cliff Godwin, the head baseball coach at East Carolina University. I've been a Pirate Club member since I graduated in 2001, and you should too. By joining the Pirate Club, you become part of a family that helps our student athletes flourish on and off the field. When you enroll as a member, you're not just getting a membership, you're getting a front row seat to the action. To join, visit ecupirateclub.com or call 252-737-4540 today. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For information purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. Locally owned and operated, they do exclusive shipments, so no sharing a truck, and they guarantee your delivery date. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or call 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage. Use the movers the Pirates have used for over 20 years. Advanced Moving and Storage. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Sean.
Oh.
Shirley. Jarrett. And Cole's last day here at Pirate Radio. Cole, we've enjoyed having you here, man. And you've put a lot into this, but I think it's about time for you to go. I feel like this is a setup. There was some words said during the break there that Cole knows too much. He's got insiders that know what I was like 20, 25 years ago. He said there could be photos involved. Like, I don't know.
He's ready to blackmail you.
Yes, basically, yes. Cole, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
What's going on? Are you here?
Don't mess with him, Clip.
Are you here to take me down?
I'm not saying anything.
Are you going to take me down to Chinatown?
Maybe.
He told Sean that if I get on Sean and Sean needs some backup, he's got the...
Finally,
he's got the stuff, the merchandise.
Someone's on my side.
Crap. Yeah, so you know what? All I can do now is be nice to Sean. I'm being blackmailed into not bullying Sean.
That's downright scary.
I don't know if we can actually go on with that because I feel like that's part of the.
It's going to be weird. Yeah.
It's part. It's like sports trivia being at the Buck now.
So if you could choose, Sean, you have to get rid of one. You have to get rid of A-hole Clip or get rid of Cole. Who are you getting rid of?
Cole.
So long, bud.
Sorry, Cole.
Cole's in.
Yeah, Cole's in for good.
Glad to have you day 2. You wouldn't have been here, but soccer practice canceled.
It did get canceled.
Yeah, with all the weather in the area. When do you guys, when's your first game or match?
Well, we were supposed to have a scrimmage tomorrow night, but that got canceled, obviously. But we have our first game on Monday at Southern Nash.
Real game?
First real game.
Wow.
Of the season.
Okay. Well, you got a prediction? How's this? Are y'all a playoff team?
We'll be in the playoffs.
All right. You can put that. That's on the record. We will be in the playoffs. Can we make one of those cool picture graphics, like with Cole's face on it, says "We will be in the playoffs"?
Yes.
Little Pitt County bulletin board material.
And we will post it on Pirate Radio social media.
I would like to see that.
All right. Thank you for being here, Cole. Let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk some football with Antwan Staley, who joins us here on Pirate Radio Live as we'll talk Isaiah Winstead, New York Jets, NFL, and more. Antwan, we appreciate your time. How you doing today, man?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Doing good. We like to have you on to talk football. Now we got another reason to call you and get you on, and that's a former Pirate, Isaiah Winstead, signed by the Jets, picked up. And look, the Jets have millions of storylines, but here locally, that's the one we're following at least right now. So can you tell us about the first few days for Isaiah there in New York? Have you seen him out there? And if so, how's he looked?
I mean, yeah, he definitely on Tuesday, he ended up having to catch there from Andrew Peasley, and he's been out there getting some run there with the third team offense there. But yeah, I mean, somebody that once Tyreek Cohen ended up suddenly retiring, then the Jets made a move and brought in a few receivers, and yeah, he's definitely one of them. So, but I expect him to play a lot. Probably against the Commanders on Saturday, simply because the starters are not going to play, and probably you're going to see very less of the second team. So, yeah, I think he'll get a lot of burn, and especially against Washington and definitely against Carolina next week as well.
The Niners certainly liked him. He was on that practice squad for just about the entire season last year out at San Fran. And look, I'm not going to pretend like him getting signed kind of this late into the process means he's going to make the roster. A lot of teams pick up guys, like you said, they need bodies in preseason games. For Isaiah, all he can do is try his best to take advantage of the situation. And looking at the receivers, you've got one of the top young receivers in the game, Garrett Wilson, the off-injured Mike Williams, a few other names, Aaron Rodgers' buddy, Alan Lazard. So as far as making the roster, Antwan, a lot would have to happen for Isaiah Winstead. But how are the Jets receivers beyond that top 2 or 3?
I mean, you also got Xavier Gibson, who they really liked, had scoring a punt return touchdown against the Bills in week 1 last year. The game that Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Also got a young receiver in Jason Brownlee, too, as well. You alluded to, obviously, Garrett, Mike Williams, and Alan Lazard there as well. But, yeah, I definitely think another guy, Malik Taylor, they also really like, too, as well. So, I mean, they have some young guys that they also like, and in addition to Malachi Corley, who they drafted in the 3rd round out of Western Kentucky. But, yeah, I mean, the practice squad is always an option there, especially considering I think the Jets are probably going to keep 6 or 7 receivers if you count Earl Charles, who also plays special teams. So it's definitely an opportunity there for him to make the practice squad there. You never know, especially when injuries occur, because they certainly happen quite frequently, as you know, in the NFL.
Antwan Staley joining us. Antwan, you mentioned Peasley, who I'm not familiar with. Looking at the Jets quarterbacks there, they're pretty set. They've got their starter in Aaron Rodgers. They've got one of the best backups since he's been in the NFL, Tyrod Taylor, joining the team from New York to New York. So as far as preseason goes with the quarterbacks, I mean, do they even throw Tyrod out there? You know what you got in him. So are we going to see a lot of young quarterbacks here starting with the Commanders this weekend?
I think the plan is you'll probably see Tyrod probably for a quarter or so, and you'll just have the third-string quarterbacks there. They got Adrian Martinez, who people know him from Nebraska and Kansas State, and they also have Andrew Peasley, who's out of Wyoming. So I imagine probably in the second quarter, you'll probably see both of those guys too as well. And also, not to mention, Tyrod Taylor has had a ton of has a substantial injury history, and he's older.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets have the oldest quarterback room in the league between him and Aaron, so you definitely don't want to keep him out there too long, but you also want to get him some work there too as well.
From the outside looking in, it does seem like that Aaron Rodgers is a magnet for drama and headlines and things like that. How about, being there, Antwan? I mean, it's a big year for Robert Saleh. It's a big year for Aaron Rodgers and these Jets. So does it feel like there's a lot of pressure, a lot of drama there when you're covering it day to day, or you think that's just more us kind of reading into what's going on from the outside?
I think it was more last year. I think this year's a little bit more quieter, although the expectations are higher, obviously, because you're coming off a season where Aaron ended up getting hurt, and then they finished 7-10 for the second consecutive year. And we also talk about the Jets missing the playoffs for the 13th consecutive year, which is now the longest drought in professional sports, tied with the Buffalo Sabres, the NHL. But yeah, I think outside of that pressure, the obvious pressure, which they understand exists, I think it's a little bit more quieter outside of, obviously, the Hassan Reddick holdout situation, which, a lot of people have been talking about. Jets acquired him in April. He is yet to report. He didn't report for the spring, off-season program. He has not reported to training camp, and has been fined $50,000 each day that he misses training camp, in addition to extra fines that he'll be, that they can fine him too as well, including, the preseason games that he probably is going to miss starting on Saturday. So I think outside of that, it's been a little bit more quieter, but they understand what it is. They understand they have to make the playoffs. Otherwise, it's probably going to be a lot of wholesale changes throughout the offseason, including the coach, general manager, and maybe quarterback, depending on who decides to come in there.
Yeah, it is a big season for the Jets. And if you're a Jets fan, for a couple of decades, you've been just saying, all right, let's just wait out. Let's hope I'm still alive when Brady and Belichick are gone and see what happens. And that day is finally here. Brady left a few years ago. Belichick gone after last year. And the Jets look around, and the Dolphins are one of the most young, exciting teams in the NFL. The Bills, I don't know if the window is closed, but when you got Josh Allen, I guess the window is never going to be fully closed. They still have a lot of talent there. And you could say the Jets are above the Patriots right now, but they look around and the big bad Patriots are gone, and now they got two other teams to worry about in that division.
Yeah, I mean, I think until proven otherwise, I think the Bills are still the team to beat because you got the best quarterback in the division, I think by far, and then you have the best coach too in Sean McDermott as well. I mean, Miami definitely emerging team there. Had a chance to win the division last year. They had a 3-game lead and pretty much just choked it away. I mean, ended up losing down the stretch, including the last regular season game against Buffalo, and then of course ended up bowing out against the Chiefs in the first round of the wild card game, but. Yeah, I mean, you're the Jets. Yeah, you think they think the roster is much better than what it was a year ago, and I agree, especially on both sides of the ball, in particular offense. But yeah, I mean, it's going to come up. It's going to come down to a few things. I think coaching. How's Robert Saleh, do things this season that can put his team in position to make the playoffs, and obviously the player Aaron in that offense because the defense, at least the last couple of years, has been a top 5 unit, although they've made some changes, especially on the front four. And depending on if Reddick shows up, then that's definitely, if he doesn't show up, then that would be a big loss too, especially considering the players that they lost last year. They lost basically nearly 20 sacks off the team that they had last year. So they definitely certainly need Reddick to get in camp pretty soon.
Antwan Staley joining us. He'll be at MetLife coming up Saturday. Commanders at Jets. So I'll be tuned in, Antwan, seeing what Jaden Daniels looks like. He will get some time for Washington. So that's the biggest storyline I'm following personally. As a beat writer, Antwan, what are you looking for story-wise when it comes to preseason games? They are, you rarely see starters play. It's good for rookies. I guess it's good for guys trying to make the team and fill out the depth chart and things like that. So I don't know any storylines you're keeping an eye on when it comes to the game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think the rookies. I think that's basically what it is. I mean, really on both sides. You talk about Daniels there. I don't imagine many Jets veterans are going to play, but just to kind of see how he performs. And I mean, I liked him coming out of LSU, and I expect them to do some big things with the Commanders, especially considering the team that they have coming back, at least offensively. Now, defensively, Dan Quinn has a lot of work to do, especially considering the unit finished dead last in yards and points allowed last year. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. Look at the Jets rookies, Malachi Corley. You obviously got Olu Fashanu from Penn State, who they drafted in the first round. I imagine he gets some playing time there since Tyron Smith is there. I don't think he's going to play in the preseason at all, quite frankly. And then you look at guys like Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin, Isaiah Davis, who they also drafted out of South Dakota State too. So yeah, those would be just the storylines that I'm looking for. Just the young guys and just seeing how they perform too, and also some of the small amount of roster spots that are available for the Jets too. So yeah, those are just kind of all the things that I'll be looking forward to.
Antwan Staley joining us. Antwan, saw you tweet earlier today. News came out there were fines for both the Giants and the Lions organization because of the fighting that was going on during the inter-squad practices and all that. The joint practices, we see it each and every year, maybe a little out of control with the Lions and Giants. But you said that the Jets have the Commanders and I believe another team as well coming up with joint practices. So that adds a little bit, I guess, to the mundane practices when you get another team in there and you get jawing and fighting. So that should be fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they practice against the Panthers down there in Charlotte next week, and then they obviously host the Commanders on Thursday. So yeah, it's something the NFL just wants to emphasize that they don't want a lot of fighting. Obviously, they know it's going to happen, but to have it the amount of times that happened with the Lions and Giants, it seemed like it was just they were seeking each other out. At least don't like from what I understand to fight each other both days really. And that's what the league wants to avoid, especially when you talk about injuries and protecting the players and, the brand really. So, yeah, they put out a memo last month before training camp started that, they want to make an emphasis on not having a lot of fights throughout the joint practices. I think Robert Saleh himself actually said that that's why he prefers to just have the joint practices one day, which I think is actually a smart idea because if let's say a team gets their butt kicked on the first day, then they might try to make it a point to make a statement in the second day. So I think it's smart to just keep it to one day, and then obviously you have a preseason game probably usually on Saturday and Sunday.
Antwan Staley joining us. Antwan, you've got covering the preseason. I'll tell you, as a consumer, the older I get, the less I follow it just because I always psych myself up and I'm let down because everybody looks pretty good when they're catching balls with nobody on them and things like that. But as far as the excitement level for the Jets right now and what they're doing, you've got Rodgers coming back. The thing I look at this point in the year, Antwan, is are my guys staying, out of the infirmary and out of jail? You want to avoid arrest and injuries this time of year. Yeah. That's the main thing I'm looking at. So how are the Jets doing from that standpoint?
Yeah, I think, nobody's gotten arrested.
Good.
Anything like that. So that's a good thing. In terms of injuries, they have, you still got Mike Williams that's still trying to, recover from his ACL injury. He hasn't been fully cleared yet. The expectation is he will be come week one, although it's still a bit of a question there. Ended up drafting Jordan Travis in the 5th round, I believe. He's the third quarterback for the Jets there. He also hasn't been cleared yet. They could just put a redshirt year on him and then maybe sign another, third quarterback down the line too. But outside of that, I don't think it's a lot of injuries there. Tyron Smith is obviously older tackle, but they're going to put him on a maintenance plan similar to what the Cowboys were able to do last year when he was able to play 13 games as opposed to the 4 that he played in 22. But outside of that, at least so far, it has not been a lot of injuries on the Jets front, which is obviously a good thing, especially when you're dealing with an older veteran team like they are.
Man, it's awesome to be getting into a preseason. Week 1 had the Hall of Fame game last week. It's about fantasy football season, Antwan. East Carolina started practice last week. Been covering that. Talked to Mike Houston yesterday. So it's kind of all here and exciting. As far as the NFL goes and the kickoff to a new season, literally the kickoff is the storyline because of the new kickoff rules. Playoff format, I believe, is the same. Anything new, different, or even something that is similar to a year or two ago? What are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming NFL season? Anything stand out to you?
Obviously, you look at the Chiefs and see that they can repeat there. I don't know if they're going to, but I'd never count Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid out of anything. So that'll be something to follow too as well. And then you look at the team, especially the AFC. I think it's completely stacked. When you talk about the Houston Texans are a team on the rise. I think a lot of people really like them. You talk about Cincinnati and getting Joe Burrow back, and to be honest with you, they still finished over 500 without Burrow, which is I think it's pretty remarkable. And then now you get one of the best quarterbacks in the league back. So I definitely think that's something to keep an eye on. And then you look at the NFC side for me. I'm curious to see what happens with the Eagles, how good they're going to be. They started out really fast. They had that one loss to the Jets last year, and that's pretty much floundered down the stretch too. And then the Cowboys in that situation, obviously with CeeDee Lamb and Dak and their contract situation, and it's just really the last year with all of those guys, and including Mike McCarthy, who's also kind of bit of a lame duck status right now, going into the last year of his deal. So that's some of the storylines I'm definitely keeping an eye on. And the Lions. The Lions were close to getting to the Super Bowl last year. Probably should have got there. Ended up blowing that big lead in the NFC Championship. How did they recover? And, can they be contenders once again?
Yeah, good things to follow. As much as I hate the Cowboys hype machine, I'm with you. And I was going to bring that up, Antwan, that the way you described this season for the Jets with coach, GM, potentially quarterback. I mean, you could say the same things just about with Dallas, right? Like it's put up or shut up time for a lot of those guys. Now, I guess the GM isn't going to change because it's Jerry's kid, if I'm not mistaken. But as far as quarterback and head coach, about time they get something done in the playoffs because, man, it's frustrating. We got Brian Bailey on every week, big Cowboys fan, and he'll barely talk any football because he's right. He says it doesn't matter till the playoffs. They can sneak in at 10-7, 11-6. They could go 15-2. It doesn't matter. What are they going to do once they get into postseason? And that has been the hiccup for Dallas for many, many years now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're in an interesting place because, okay, let's say you move on from Dak, then what's the plan after that?
Right.
I mean, are you drafting somebody? Are you starting over from scratch? And you look at Jerry Jones and his age. I mean, not to be a jerk or anything, but he's kind of getting up there in age.
Yeah.
But so you definitely, I don't necessarily think he wants to rebuild. I certainly wouldn't if I was in my 80s either, because I wouldn't know how much time I had left. But but that's kind of where they are. I mean, you're essentially going to be starting over if Dak leaves in free agency or Mike McCarthy, where you end up letting him go, and then maybe whoever they brings in, like a Bill Belichick, maybe wants his own guy, maybe he wants his own quarterback. I don't know if necessarily he wants to rebuild either, considering Belichick's in his 70s. But yeah, it's definitely it's going to be a lot of interesting stories. Like the Cowboys are always interesting to follow, no matter whether they're good or bad. So whether you like them or not, they're definitely always intriguing and very polarizing.
Antwan Staley joining us. Antwan, you played the college football game yet?
Yeah, I've been playing almost for the last month now.
So you've got some obviously some ECU ties, which is great, but also some Florida ties. Is that right? So who you been playing with?
Yeah, I've been all over the place. So I hadn't played with ECU yet, although I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm saving them. But I started out with Boise State.
Okay.
I want to do a little bit of a smaller stove, and then just kind of, especially with the star ratings, as you know, because I think Boise had like a 2.5, and then ECU had like 1.5. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to put some work in, like for a few years before I get that recruiting going.
Yeah.
See how hard it is in the game too, as well.
All right, I might text you. We'll see if we can run one sometime. I've been enjoying playing it for sure. Antwan, one more time, we'll circle back to where we started. So you do expect Isaiah Winstead to see some action for the Jets coming up this Saturday?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I have no doubt he'll get some playing time, whether it be on special teams, receiver, or probably both, actually.
Good deal. Looking forward to seeing him. Antwan Staley joining us on Pirate Radio Live on this Wednesday, talking football. Antwan, for folks that want to follow your work, how can they do that?
You can follow my work at nydailynews.com, or also follow me at Antwan Staley, just my name, on all social media platforms, including X, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, all that stuff.
Antwan, I know you're on the Jets side of things, but throw up some Commanders notes for us Commanders fans tomorrow when we got that joint practice going on.
Oh, I definitely will. Like we'll speak to Dan Quinn too as well.
Okay.
Definitely interested to see what he has to say.
Great. Yeah, we'll be following you on Thursday and beyond. Antwan, thanks for joining us. We'll get you on again, talk more football with you soon, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Antwan Staley joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Hopefully, Isaiah Winstead will make some plays coming up on Saturday. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Fleet Feet Rundown. We got news on old khaki pants, Jim Harbaugh. We'll have that and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
You know, where we've put our baseball program, I mean, we have the third most wins of any Division I baseball team in the country since 2018. I didn't even know that until somebody sent it to me, and that's just because we have great people inside of our organization. I mean, if you're not the best character person, then you're not going to make it at East Carolina baseball, because one bad apple can ruin that culture, and you can't sustain the success that we have sustained here for the past few years if you don't have great people with your organization.
The Holton Ahlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
From the belt, here's the delivery.
Pirate Radio, the station that always delivers.
Fine, and lapping it up faster than we can deliver.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Want a free quote on your home, auto, or life insurance? Call Tim Sawyer and his State Farm team at 493-0002. to get a quote in less than 5 minutes. To get great coverage with great rates, call your local State Farm agent, Tim Sawyer, at 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in Eastern North Carolina. They're open at noon, 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with Clip Brock every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They have a local acoustic night along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday's brand new lineup features Singo starting at 8 p.m., followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. And, of course, Friday and Saturday nights is the best local bands in the area. This Friday, Hatchback will be performing, and then on Saturday, it's Cooper Greer. And as always, ladies, you get in free all weekend long. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown. Alex Harper, tell us about our friends at Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, John. This is the new normal. It's Wednesday, and I'm going home after work.
I know. And I usually say, see you tonight, 8 o'clock, AJ McMurphy's. And I'll have to say that on Monday, but not AJ McMurphy's, the Buccaneer Music Hall.
It's weird when you're in a routine.
Yeah.
And something change. I know you struggle with change, but
I do.
We're going to get through this. Got some old khaki pants news. Talked about Jim Harbaugh yesterday.
I'm surprised Coach Mack did not drop a old khaki pants yesterday.
Old khaki pants.
He was fed up with old khaki pants yesterday.
The NCAA announced a 4-year show cause order for former Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh on Wednesday for impermissible contact with recruits and players while access was restricted during the COVID-19 pandemic, effectively banning him from college athletics until August 2028. This doesn't matter at all.
He's not going to be back in college.
He split town.
And is he even going to be a college coach at all the rest of his career?
He won a championship at his alma mater. There is nothing left for him to do in college. He's never going back to college.
But if he does,
yeah,
you won't see him for a year.
This is not even the cheating stuff. This is the impermissible contact during COVID times. A show cause penalty means a school wanting to hire a coach serving that penalty must appear before the NCAA Committee on Infractions to explain why it wants to do so. The NCAA's order for Harbaugh started Wednesday, runs through August 6, 2028. It requires a school wanting to hire Harbaugh to suspend him for the first full season. After that, he will be barred from athletics-related activities, including team travel, practice, video study, recruiting, team meetings. Again, giant nothing burger. Doesn't matter. They are suspending a guy that's not even part of their organization. It's whatever.
If East Carolina could hire Jim Harbaugh before 2028, would you take him, even though he won't be there for the first year?
Yes. I feel like with that name, and then we'd be looked at as like this cool renegade program, hiring the bad boy. Certainly. Jim Harbaugh can lie to me all he wants. Lie, cheat, steal. I don't do any of that.
And that's something he'll preach here at East Carolina.
That's right. Shirley, do you have the Harbaugh cut? Because he does not apologize for anything.
Never lie, never cheat, never steal.
All right, Eddie.
I was raised with that lesson.
Viva la raza.
I have raised my family on that lesson. I have preached that lesson to the teams that I've coached. No one's perfect. If you stumble, you apologize, and you make it right. Today, I do not apologize. I did not participate, was not aware, nor complicit in those said allegations. So for me, it's back to work and attacking with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Unknown.
Yeah, I think the underrated part of that is the end.
Unknown to mankind.
Yeah. So, mere mortals like us can look at what the Chargers are doing in practice, and when our brains can't even comprehend it.
It's unknown.
That's how hard they're working there. So, yeah, Jim Harbaugh. Whatever, man. Bug scoreboard. USA women winners today over Nigeria. Got a little ping pong, table tennis action.
I enjoy
Hiroto Shinazuka from Japan taking on a gentleman from Sweden.
I enjoy watching this.
So when I play ping pong, I barely move. My arm moves, my hand and wrist a little bit. It's amazing to me in Olympic ping pong, there's full body movement going on.
It's like they're playing tennis, but it's just very it's like they're in. If you take a full tennis court, if you do AI, because AI is a thing now, if you put AI like a tennis court, it looks like they're playing actual tennis with an actual regularized, tennis ball. Like, look how hard they're going at it.
Yeah.
Regularized?
Yeah, he is on a fire right now because AI is a thing now.
I didn't know that. Well,
and did you know that USC is with UCLA in LA?
We're just learning folks here today. I did want to do something, but we need to take a break, so we'll do it after the break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. What is this, a warm-up, Sean? Oh, this is when you play, what do you do to see who has the first serve? P-I-N-G, go, and then whoever wins.
I think it's called like a rally serve.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think it's called a rally.
Oh.
Do they keep switching the camera to each side? I'm so confused.
These are highlights.
Okay.
I'm watching the women's table tennis,
Jared.
Indonesia versus Germany behind me.
Jared, would you stop laughing at Chandler, man? It's
I'm
inappropriate.
not laughing at him. I'm smiling out loud.
He is higher than you on the food chain. Like,
I mean, that doesn't really matter. If you say stupid stuff. Come on, man.
It knocks you down.
Come on, man.
You're exactly
No,
right.
you're just going to get laughed at.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I respect that, man.
I do too. I respect that.
I respect that,
I
man.
resemble that remark.
Because that's gonna happen to me many times. And I'd much rather, instead of Jared biting his tongue, just completely roast us. So, Cole, that goes for you too.
I do love when you screw up because I really lay into you.
You do.
That's what we do here. You
Yeah.
screw up, we'll roast you.
Yep. We'll be back with you after this.
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Hey, O's fans, come out and cheer on the Orioles against the Boston Red Sox on Friday, August 16th at 7:05 at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Be sure to get to the ballpark early because the first 25,000 fans 15 and over will receive a Corbin Burns bobblehead presented by Masson. Don't miss your chance to celebrate the Orioles ace with this giveaway and start your weekend off right with Orioles baseball and all the action and excitement of a night out at the yard. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Publix Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey-Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous Badass Margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the Bacon Cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit University Sportswear, ENC.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Like a cold beer on a hot summer day. Nice. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Gearing up for football, gearing up for the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. And that party is in just over 3 weeks. It'll be August 29th, Thursday, State Theater. Should have been Cowboys will be playing. Blake Prohl making an appearance and playing some ditties, including his new single. Chandler will be there.
I will be there, and I will tell you exactly how many days I'll be there.
How many?
22 days away. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks away from the party of the year.
You know how good Cole is?
He's good.
I told Cole yesterday, I was like, hey, man, you can make this whatever you want to. If you just want to come in, hang out, that's fine. If you want to talk, you can. If you want to learn the production side, if you want to come up with a segment idea. So he came in and said, hey, we should do our favorite jersey numbers, our favorite players, in correlation of how many days away we are. So we're 24 for ECU football, 22 from the party. Do any of those numbers mean anything to you when it comes to ECU football?
24, I automatically thought of Dominique Lindsay.
Was he 24 for sure?
Mm-hmm.
I should trust you on that.
Yeah.
I was seeing a 25 for some reason.
No,
But
that was
he's-
Brandon Simmons.
Oh, wow. That is, that's me, hand up right there. Sorry, Brandon.
Brandon Simmons, man.
Friend of the
friend
show.
of the show, friend of the program, friend of the station.
Should have known that.
Did it have to be an ECU player?
Well,
in
funny you
discussion?
say that, Shirley, because we're going to start with ECU and branch off.
Oh, okay.
So when we go to, we're either doing 22 or 24 at the moment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Champ Bailey wore 24 for Washington before being traded to Denver.
Josh Norman wore 24 for the Panthers and football team.
Charles Woodson for the Raiders, 24.
Really?
Yeah.
Never 21?
He was on Packers 21.
Packers 21. That's what I was seeing in my head. 22, I think of a 22 I didn't like. Emmitt Smith.
Christian McCaffrey.
Shirley, who were you going to say?
It wasn't in relation to football, but Caitlin Clark.
In relationship to
22?
Mm-hmm.
Deuce.
Keaton Mitchell was 22 here, wasn't he?
Nope.
No? 25.
He was 25, then 2.
Yeah, there's a 2 in there.
The only other one that I'm thinking of 22 was Roger Clemens wore 22 at one point.
Did Chris Johnson, so he was number 5.
Yeah, he was 5.
What was he before that? 24?
24.
I think he was 24.
His freshman year.
Yeah, my memory's not that good.
And then 28 in the NFL.
Titans!
For the Titans!
Cole, this was your idea. Will you leave anybody out? Any numbers?
22, Michael Bowman.
Oh, yeah, good call.
I can't really think of anyone right now.
Well,
22. Oh, Tyler Snead. Tyler Snead, 22.
Had some good 22s at receiver.
22. I think Chris Harrison was 22.
John, you're good at this. This is like one of your strengths right here.
I love naming numbers.
I had to Google it, but Clyde Drexler.
Clyde the Glide. Eric M. says Clyde the Glide.
Yeah. Moses Malone.
Jamie says Darrell Revis. Revis Island.
For what team? Oh, 24. Sorry. I was thinking 22.
Ty Law was definitely 24. Good call.
Ricky Henderson and Clayton Kershaw wore 22 at some point in their career.
Okay.
How about Jeff Gordon?
Oh, man.
Oh, buddy.
Rainbow Art.
Yeah.
Hey, Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, that was my mom's favorite NASCAR guy.
Give me a 22.
Joey Logano. My guy Slowey.
Slogano. Have we ever asked your favorite driver?
No, I don't think so.
All right, good. I don't want to know.
All right.
No, I want to know.
But after this break.
All right.
We'll take our final break. We'll come back and wrap it up on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hopefully we have time to ask Jared his favorite driver. If not, we'll just have to wait till Friday. And at some point, probably around mid-October, we'll get a SummerSlam recap. More to go after this.
This is Mark Pascal, Should Have Been Cowboys, the Pirate Radio football kickoff party at the State Theaters, August 29th, and we'll be there playing some 90s country gold. Be there.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, "Be skinny, have you ever thought of running away?"
The Pirate Radio football kickoff party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Stock up and save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout. We're clearing out inventory, and that means some of our lowest prices of the season. Save store-wide. Plus, find a huge selection of furniture closeouts, clearance items, floor samples, and more. Slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. Save on tons of mattress closeouts and floor models, too. Plus 6 months financing during the Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
Mr. Gibbs, Captain, you may throw my hat if you like. Aye, aye, Captain. Hooray! Now go and get it.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was down 234 points today and closed at 38,763. The NASDAQ was down 171 points at 16,195. The S&P fell 40 points and ended the day at 5,199. That's your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. And Clip, I've got a couple of minor league updates for you. Yesterday, Josh Groves was promoted from the Tampa Tarpons to the High A affiliate Hudson Valley Renegades, so he'll join his former teammate Josh Moylan on that team. Cool. And just announced about an hour ago, Ryan McChrystal has been assigned to the Single A affiliate Daytona Tortugas for the Cincinnati Reds, so he will make his pro debut either tonight or sometime tomorrow.
I've looked at those hats a lot and considered buying a Tortugas hat, and now I might have to. Good luck to Rhino. Congrats to Josh. Awesome stuff. All right, Jared, this answer could really, I don't know, change people's perception of you, good or bad. Jamie says, if your favorite driver ain't Earnhardt, who cares? So this people take this stuff seriously.
He died like 2 weeks after I was born.
So man.
It was my family's favorite.
What?
Yeah.
God, I'm old.
I know Jared acts old, but he's not old. All right, who is your favorite NASCAR driver?
Kyle Busch.
Wow.
The bad guy.
Oh, my gosh.
The villain. The heel.
We are going, you're not here on Tuesdays, damn. If you're here on a Tuesday, we got to get you and Mac McCarthy talking.
I can come in on a Tuesday.
Because Coach Mac hates Kyle Busch.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Gotta love him.
All right. Jared is Pirate Radio's bad boy. Cole, good to see you again, buddy. Shirley, we'll see you mañana.
I'll see you mañana.
Sean!
And I will see you tomorrow.
My guy. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank y'all for tuning in. Enjoyed it. We'll talk to you Thursday. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive